1,000 years ago, monsters from the dark abyss poured into the world, spreading disaster everywhere. They were a terror, bringing destruction and darkness that enveloped all life. In the midst of despair, mysterious monuments appeared, bringing humanity its last ray of hope. Light shone from them, like a promise of salvation. From then on, humans were granted power, forming factions to fight against the monsters. A warrior in black armor, with glowing red eyes, stood valiantly amidst a surge of purple energy, ready to fight. Through countless battles and continuous advancement, humanity finally pushed the beasts back into the dark abyss, successfully protecting their land. Since then, every year, in major cities across China, the awakening ceremony is held. High school students are chosen to receive power, joining the ranks to fight against the abyss. However, the monsters still lurk in the abyss, awaiting their chance. To completely eradicate them, the world needs the strength of the younger generation, those who will continue the fight. At the Monument Branch in Lintian City, the 53rd Awakening Ceremony is underway. Thousands of students gathered at the foot of the colossal monument, filled with anticipation. A long-haired professor, wearing glasses, stood on the podium, solemnly declaring, "Students, the awakening ceremony is about to begin. The monument will randomly bestow upon you a class based on your individual talent." His voice echoed, "Whether it's a combat class or a lifestyle class, you must all dedicate yourselves to the nation. The future of the country lies in your hands." His words were like a rallying cry. Amidst the crowd, a short-haired student excitedly said, 18 years of studying. It's finally time to awaken. I want to be a warrior, join the alliance, and make money without doing anything." A curly-haired student scoffed. "Is it that easy? The success rate for getting a combat class at our school is only 50%. He looked at his friend with disdain. The short-haired student continued to tease. "Look, everyone's excited, but Lin Tianhao is still asleep." The curly-haired student added, "He's the famous poor student. It'd be good if he got a class that changed his life." The curly-haired student then said, "Ha ha. Maybe a sewer lord or monster tamer class would suit him." Meanwhile, a pair of amber eyes slowly opened, full of hidden meaning. Lin Tianhao, a second-year student at Lintian No. 1 High School, ranked last, finally awakened. He thought to himself, "I've made it to the awakening ceremony, but what class will I get?" The short-haired student put an arm around Lin Tianhao's shoulder and asked, "Tianhao, what class do you want?" Lin Tianhao replied, his gaze firm, "My goal, of course, is an S-ranked talent or a hidden class." The short-haired student burst out laughing. "Ha ha. The last ranked guy wants an S-ranked talent or a hidden class." The curly-haired student sneered. "Don't dream big. Even a lifestyle class might be hard for you. Your potential rank is C." Lin Tianhao firmly said, "According to the assessment, I really am trash." Lin Tianhao's amber eyes flashed, radiant like a burning flame containing an iron will. Lin Tianhao stood under the blue sky, pondering the miracle of transmigration. He thought to himself, transmigration has already happened, so why can't there be another miracle? No matter what, I hope for a good class. On the high podium, the long-haired professor solemnly announced, "Now, I invite the second-year students from Lintian City's No. 1 High School to the stage for the awakening ceremony." Wang Dong, with his muscular physique, stepped forward. He glanced at Lin Tianhao, who was standing among the crowd, his eyes full of disdain. Wang Dong turned his head and provocatively said, "You trash. Just wait and see what class I get." Wang Dong lay down on the stone platform and golden energy began to envelop him. The long-haired professor explained, "The awakening process takes about 5 seconds. If you feel uncomfortable, that's normal. Please, be patient." Golden energy violently erupted around Wang Dong, enveloping him in a dazzling light. The long-haired professor looked at Wang Dong, his eyes wide with surprise at the sight before him. Wang Dong stood up, clenched his fists, a brilliant golden aura surrounding him. He was triumphant. The long-haired professor exclaimed, "Warrior!" Wang Dong looked at the card displaying C-rank talent with a disappointed expression. He muttered, "C-rank talent." The short-haired woman handed the card to Wang Dong, encouraging him. "C-rank talent is still the best among ordinary people. I hope you'll soon become a qualified warrior. Please go to the Lintian City Alliance Center as soon as possible for guidance on your class." Wang Dong replied, "Thank you." Two beautiful female students surrounded Wang Dong. One said, "Big brother Wang Dong is amazing. Next time you go into a dungeon, remember to take us with you." The other admired, "Wang Dong is so lucky. A warrior is a stable profession. I'm so envious." Wang Dong proudly flexed his muscles, smiling contentedly as the female students surrounded him in admiration. Lin Tianhao stood nearby, witnessing it all. Wang Dong turned to Lin Tianhao, recognizing him. "Ah, I didn't expect someone to be here. It turns out to be our class's loser, Lin Tianhao." Lin Tianhao thought to himself, "Wang Dong always causes me trouble. Now that he has a warrior class, I'll suffer even more." Wang Dong and his group surrounded Lin Tianhao. One person scolded, "You bumped into big brother Wang Dong and didn't apologize? Why do you always look so grumpy?" Wang Dong waved his hand. "That's enough. I'm in a good mood today. I won't let this bastard ruin it." Lin Tianhao's eyes flashed golden again. He pondered, "A bully like him also became a warrior? I wonder what I'll get." The crowd whispered, discussing Lin Tianhao. Wang Dong smugly said, "Who cares? He won't get a good profession anyway. Just cling to Big Brother's leg, and you'll be fine. The short-haired woman held the mic and announced, "Next, Lin Tianhao, please come to the stage to receive your profession." Amidst the crowd, Lin Tianhao raised his hand and replied, "Present." Surprised gazes turned towards him. Lin Tianhao's every step moved towards the awakening stone platform, carrying a myriad of emotions. Standing before the ancient stone tablet, Lin Tianhao thought to himself, "Any profession will do. Combat is fine. Mage or support is fine too." He closed his eyes, focusing all his thoughts on praying. "Please." Lin Tianhao touched the stone tablet. A brilliant golden current erupted, spreading throughout his arm. Energy surged powerfully, enveloping Lin Tianhao's hand, creating a resounding noise. A dazzling golden light burst from the stone tablet, covering the entire stage, making Lin Tianhao appear tiny amidst the sea of energy. Lin Tianhao looked up, his eyes filled with hope. This dazzling light, can my life truly change? The short-haired woman and the long-haired professor stood behind, utterly astonished. Could it be? Is times happening? When the light faded, two nearby students collapsed, while Lin Tianhao still stood firm, with white streams of light swirling around him. The short-haired woman looked at Lin Tianhao, her voice hesitant. "Ah, everyone has their own destiny. Please, prepare yourself. Your profession is..." Her voice rang out decisively. "Summoner!" Lin Tianhao was stunned, his eyes filled with disappointment. Wang Dong's friends burst out laughing. "Summoner? That trash profession? Lin Tianhao is so unlucky. This profession is even worse than an ordinary one. From now on, his life will be miserable." Suddenly, a sound echoed in Lin Tianhao's head. A blue light appeared on his chest, along with the text. "Host Awakening detected. By binding with the Lord of the Abyss, you can randomly receive an SSS rank talent." A mysterious system panel appeared in Lin Tianhao's mind, revealing the Abyss Lord system capable of activating an SSS rank talent every 10 levels. Lin Tianhao stood amidst the electric light, his eyes wide with astonishment. He secretly wondered if this was a system that directly granted SSS rank talents. He was lost in thought about the future, imagining himself standing at the pinnacle of power. 10 SSS rank talents at level 100? An unbelievable prospect. The short-haired woman handed a power card to Lin Tianhao, her eyes full of anticipation. The short-haired woman congratulated Lin Tianhao on receiving the SSS rank talent Demon Sacrifice, which left him utterly astonished. Lin Tianhao's eyes widened, his astonishment clearly visible. An SSS rank talent. Could it be real? The system explained, Demon Sacrifice allows you to upgrade your summons by permanently sacrificing HP limits in exchange for power from hell. Lin Tianhao pondered. This price seemed steep, but as a summoner, he didn't need to fight himself. Strong summons would be enough. He looked up, telling himself that in the future, he could increase his HP limit through equipment. A ray of hope flashed. A system notification appeared, stating that every 100 HP sacrificed would increase summon level by 1. Behind him, the silhouette of a fiery red dragon demon appeared. With his current 1000 HP, Lin Tianhao could sacrifice 900 HP to make his summons reach level 9 right from the start. What terrifying power. Even so, Lin Tianhao remained cautious. The short-haired woman comforted him, saying that even though the summoner profession was considered useless, there were still other options. Lin Tianhao smiled confidently, thanking the short-haired woman and the long-haired man. He believed he could make a difference. The long-haired man sighed, advising Lin Tianhao to go home and reconsider if he was already a summoner. Lin Tianhao turned his back to the crowd, his face darkening. He wondered if the summoner profession was truly that useless. Lin Tianhao's gaze was firm and he held his head high. He declared that he would become a great summoner, standing at the pinnacle of the world. Lin Tianhao returned home with a heavy expression. His younger sister rushed to ask, "Brother, you're back? How was the ceremony? What profession did you get?" He simply replied, "Summoner!" The long brown-haired girl was surprised, her eyes clearly showing disappointment. "Is that the profession everyone says is useless?" Lin Tianhao gently touched his sister's shoulder, confirming in a low voice, "That's right." The long brown-haired girl hugged her brother, comforting him. "It's okay, big brother. Next year, I'll awaken as a mage, and I'll protect you." Lin Tianhao looked at his sister, his face flushing slightly. He pulled the towel to cover his sister's face, saying, "Your big brother is a powerful summoner. You don't need to worry about me. Go protect yourself." The long brown-haired girl pouted. "Ah, big brother, you're bullying me again." Lin Tianhao turned away, holding his phone. The girl said, "All right, just leave me alone for a bit and entertain myself, okay? Big brother, you're treating me like a child again." Lin Tianhao looked at his phone. A message popped up. "Students who have received their professions, please gather in class immediately." He wondered, gather? What is this? He frowned, dismissing the thought. Whatever, I'll think about it later. In the lecture hall, the long, black-haired professor announced, "Our class's profession classification ceremony went well this time. 5 people received combat professions, 8 became mages, 11 became support, and 1 became a summoner." Wang Dong and a brown-haired student scoffed. "A useless person got a useless profession. Haha, he's truly a hopeless loser." The brown-haired student added, "That's right. Once you become a summoner, your life is pretty much over." A black-bearded professor handed Lin Tianhao a book. Lin Tianhao's situation is quite special. This is an introductory book on summoners. I hope it will be useful. The black-bearded professor said, Tianhao, if you encounter any difficulties, come see me, okay? All right, go back to your seat. Lin Tianhao took the book and returned to his seat. Lin Tianhao looked at the thick, dusty book and gave a faint smile. He thought, the dust on this book is so thick, it seems the summoner profession really is useless. The long, black-haired professor told the class, the reason we called you here today is because the school wants to collect specific data on students who have received their professions. All classes will be present, so don't embarrass me. Outside the building, a giant truck with special equipment was already parked. In the courtyard, students began to gather in groups. The long, black-haired professor stood solemnly, announcing that the class's talent test was about to begin, his gaze sweeping over Lin Tianhao, who was standing far away. A brown-haired male student holding a staff stepped forward, his face full of confidence. I'll go first. He swung his staff, and a burst of green energy erupted. The long, black-haired professor was satisfied. Not bad. 73 points is good talent. Next, another black-haired male student swung his sword, creating a brilliant golden energy stream. The screen displayed a score of 89, an impressive number. Wang Dong, with a golden axe on his shoulder, gave a smug smile. Good. A pretty high score. You should be at the top of the class. Keep it up. The long black-haired professor called out a name. Lin Tianhao stepped forward, his eyes filled with anxiety, while Wang Dong stood behind him, smiling meaningfully. Lin Tianhao looked at the target slab, flipping through the old book. I've looked over some basic summoning techniques, but I've never tried them before. I'll do my best to salvage the situation. Ancient book pages appeared with mysterious characters, like a guide to a forgotten magic. Lin Tianhao focused on chanting the spell, incomprehensible characters flowing from his mouth. His eyes filled with determination. A stream of white-blue energy swirled around Lin Tianhao, forming a powerful magical vortex. The black-bearded professor and the other students were astonished, unable to believe their eyes. This stance, could it be? Everyone looked up, a tense atmosphere enveloping them. Could Lin Tianhao be summoning something? What exactly is it? Amidst the brilliant light, a small, soft blue creature appeared, smiling innocently. Lin Tianhao froze, his eyes wide, staring at the green slime creature he had just summoned. Laughter erupted. After all that fuss, it's just a slime? It's cute, but can it kill monsters? Lin Tianhao was utterly disappointed, kicking the ground. Is this what I summoned? Ah, tilde. The status panel appeared. Beginner slime, level 1, HP 500, attack 9, skills corrosive slime, and slime spit. A weak, unbelievably cute creature. Lin Tianhao looked at the green creature, utterly disappointed. Such a weak summon. Only 9 attack points. It's like a tickle. He continued to lament. Amidst the jeers, a black-bearded professor suddenly spoke up. Wait, look at the score. The crowd of students was also surprised. The electronic screen clearly displayed 009. The tiny, almost hopeless number made the atmosphere even heavier. The black-bearded professor cleared his throat, his face flustered. 9 points. The crowd behind him was still stunned, unable to believe their eyes. Laughter erupted again. The black-bearded professor patted Lin Tianhao's shoulder, trying to comfort him. Come on, Tianhao. 9 points is better than nothing. Don't be discouraged. Lin Tianhao looked up at the professor, his eyes flashing with determination. Sir, can I try again? The black-bearded professor hesitated for a moment, then nodded. A skill notification panel appeared before Lin Tianhao. SSS rank talent, Demon Sacrifice. He stared at it, his determination burning. It's time to test my talent. He touched the notification panel, selecting yes for the Demon Sacrifice skill. After sacrificing, the summoned creature will be permanently enhanced and leveled up. Lin Tianhao decided, let's try with 200 points first. Wang Dong, standing amidst the crowd, continued to taunt. What's the point of trying? What difference will another 100 tries make? A burst of crimson energy erupted, throwing Lin Tianhao back. A notification panel appeared. HP limit, 1000, is greater than 800. He watched in astonishment as the green slime transformed. The green slime began to contract and deform, dark red veins protruding, covering its entire body. A terrifying aura spread everywhere. The transformation continued. The slime no longer looked cute but became ferocious, with sharp tentacles extending, stained blood, red. The crowd of students, including Wang Dong, all gaped in astonishment. This is? They couldn't believe what was happening before their eyes. The slime had completely transformed. It stood there, a mass of glowing red liquid, exuding a demonic aura and terrifying power. Completely different. Lin Tianhao stared at the creature before him, his eyes full of doubt. Is this a demonized slime? He wondered. The stats of the corrupted slime were clear. Beginner level 3, HP 1200, attack 120, along with skills like corrosive slime, slime spit, and demonic dance. Lin Tianhao decisively gave the order, his gaze sharp and directed straight ahead. Attack! The corrupted slime shot forward like a crimson arrow, its deformed, ferocious shape tearing through the air. A fiery energy explosion erupted as the slime violently impacted the target, Lin Tianhao observing from a distance. The destructive power from the impact shook the ground, and crimson energy spread fiercely. The score display flickered, and an uneven number appeared, signaling the beginning of an unexpected result. Demonic crimson energy enveloped the testing machine, and amidst the murmuring students, the number on the screen was still unstable. Lin Tianhao was stunned, cold sweat trickling down. On the screen, the number 120 clearly appeared, astonishing the students above. What? The crowd erupted in extreme surprise. What? 120 points, a student exclaimed. No way. How can the last place student be so strong? Wang Dong growled, his eyes filled with indignation. Impossible! How can this loser have a higher score? He continued to yell, comparing him to the legend Fang Chengyun, who only scored 10 points. Lin Tianhao was tested twice. Could he have cheated the machine the second time? The entire crowd of students chimed in, unanimously criticizing Lin Tianhao. That's right, he definitely cheated! Teacher, he got 9 points earlier, but when he tried again, it became 120. How is that possible? It's completely suspicious. Lin Tianhao pondered, his gaze distant. He admitted to changing the results, but it was with his slime skills, not by cheating the machine. The black-bearded professor and Wang Dong looked at each other, their expressions thoughtful. The crowd's accusations were indeed reasonable. Lin Tianhao turned to face the professor, his corrupted slime still standing beside him. Teacher, I did not cheat. In the middle of the vast schoolyard, Lin Tianhao stood before the giant machine, facing the professor and a short-haired female teacher, preparing his explanation. The testing machine vibrated violently, its screen filled with colorful static. An unexpected malfunction occurred, causing everyone to panic. The black-bearded professor frowned in thought, his eyes filled with concern at the chaotic situation. He was trying to find the cause of the malfunction. The professor raised his hand, declaring loudly, "The machine is broken. Lin Tianhao did not cheat." His words struck the crowd like a bolt of lightning. Wang Dong, with a scornful smile, agreed with the professor. That's right. The machine is broken. How could this trash surpass me? He continued to mock Lin Tianhao. The crowd of students clamored in protest. Teacher, what about Lin Tianhao's score? A student in a white shirt shouted. It's 9 points, of course. The machine was fine during the first attempt, and we saw it was 9 points. The professor looked at Lin Tianhao, saying sternly, since the machine is broken, Lin Tianhao's result will be cancelled. Retake the test next time. Lin Tianhao was surprised, not expecting a second chance. The crowd of students in white and gray shirts grew even more indignant. Why is it cancelled? We all saw he got 9 points. Teacher, you must be fair. You can't protect him. Amidst the green electrical sparks from the machine, the professor declared decisively, all right, I have decided. Since the machine is broken, today's test will end here. Students who haven't been tested yet, including Lin Tianhao, please wait until the machine is repaired to take the test. A student in a gray shirt was so angry, his eyes turned red, grinding his teeth, about to voice his protest. He clenched his fists, his face full of resentment. But Wang Dong merely glanced, and the student in the white shirt next to him quickly covered the gray-shirted student's mouth. A terrifying silence fell. Wang Dong turned to Lin Tianhao, his eyes full of disdain. You'll still be trash after the next test. You can't suddenly turn into a phoenix. Dream on. He turned his back, laughed loudly, and called his friends. Let's go to the first level of the Black Abyss. Don't bother with that trash. He confidently walked away. Lin Tianhao watched him leave, his eyes flashing with determination. The first level of the Black Abyss? Ah, I remember that's a dungeon for beginners. That's right. It's time to test my demon slime. The first level of the Black Abyss is a good choice. Wang Dong and his entourage gradually disappeared, leaving Lin Tianhao alone in the schoolyard. A new confrontation seemed to have been decided. At the testing machine, 2 repairmen wearing hard hats were inspecting the damage. One asked in surprise, was the machine hit by a student? The other repairman looked at the damaged dartboard, deep in thought. With such a strong impact, could it be that the school has another genius student? A lingering question about mysterious power. Lin Tianhao stood before the school gate, his gaze distant. Behind him, a white-haired old man and a few other students were also present, creating a scene full of hidden meaning. The white-haired old man suddenly approached Lin Tianhao, his eyes shrewd. Kid, I see you have great potential to become a summoner. Lin Tianhao was surprised, touching his chin in thought. Why does this sound familiar? Ah, that's right. It seemed he had heard this phrase somewhere before. The white-haired old man pulled out an old wooden staff, offering it to Lin Tianhao. I have a top-tier summoner's staff here. I'll sell it to you for 300 gold coins. Are you interested? Lin Tianhao's eyes widened, pointing at the staff. 300 gold coins? It's just a rotten piece of wood. You're robbing me. He couldn't believe his ears. The white-haired old man smiled mysteriously, explaining, I'm only selling it to you for 300 because I think we're fated. If it were anyone else, I wouldn't sell it even for 3,000. Lin Tianhao took the staff, and his eyes suddenly changed. The rotten wooden staff suddenly emitted a brilliant golden light, and a mysterious surge of power filled it. It seems there really is power emanating from it. Lin Tianhao pondered, considering the situation. This world doesn't even have a summoners association. This equipment is truly rare, so I'll just buy it. All right, I'll buy it. The white-haired old man smiled triumphantly, holding up 3 fingers. 300 gold coins. The price was set. Lin Tianhao quickly checked his money pouch, his expression changing. What? I only have 92 gold coins? A harsh reality. Lin Tianhao gave a forced laugh, handing the money pouch to the old man. Look, sir, can you give me a discount? How about 92? He tried to bargain desperately. The white-haired old man turned his back, surprising Lin Tianhao. Ahem. Since we are fated to meet, I'll take your 92 as a deposit. What? A deposit? The white-haired old man explained, his eyes full of calculation. Of course. These 92 gold coins will ensure I don't sell the staff to anyone else. The old man continued to state his condition. If you want the staff, then go to the deepest part of the first-level Black Abyss Labyrinth and bring me back a treasure. Then the staff will be yours. Lin Tianhao's face turned red with anger, feeling tricked. Is it too late to take back my words? Did I just accept an NPC's quest? He realized he had fallen into a trap. The white-haired old man handed Lin Tianhao a piece of paper. You'll know when you reach the deepest part of the labyrinth. Come on, put your handprint on the IOU. Old man, why are you forcing me to buy this? Lin Tianhao bitterly placed his handprint on the IOU, officially tricked by the white-haired old man. The white-haired old man smiled triumphantly, reminding Lin Tianhao to remember the agreement. Lin Tianhao could only grit his teeth, swallowing his anger. Lin Tianhao walked away, dejectedly, a dark cloud hanging over his head. A black-haired man suddenly recognized the white-haired old man. The black-haired man explained that the test was canceled. The white-haired old man didn't care, only asking about Lin Tianhao's identity. The black-haired man confirmed Lin Tianhao was his student, feeling pity because he was assigned to the summoner class. The white-haired old man stroked his beard, giving a mysterious smile, agreeing that Lin Tianhao's path ahead would be full of challenges. The gate leading to the Cold Valley Abyss loomed, a colossal crystal structure amidst the snowy mountains. Lin Tianhao was surprised to see a vibrant purple energy vortex, wondering if this was the entrance to the first level of the Black Abyss. An information panel appeared, revealing that the Cold Valley Abyss required a team of 3 to 5 people. Lin Tianhao sighed, realizing he couldn't go alone. Lin Tianhao touched the virtual screen, opening the leaderboard for clearing the Cold Valley Abyss. He read that the person at the top of the leaderboard at the end of the month would receive valuable reward. The Golden Novice Breastplate, a top-tier early-game equipment, appeared clearly before Lin Tianhao's eyes, igniting his ambition. With 120 max HP, Lin Tianhao clenched his fist, determined to claim the #1 spot on the leaderboard. An arrogant person appeared, mocking Lin Tianhao as a loser, unable to last 10 seconds in the Black Abyss. Lin Tianhao turned his head, his eyes annoyed as he recognized those who were uttering scornful words. 3 students laughed mockingly, advising a weak summoner like Lin Tianhao to go home. Lin Tianhao turned his head, his gaze sharp as he retorted to the scornful words. It's none of your business. Wang Dong, along with Zhang Enfei and Zhou Dashan, mocked Lin Tianhao. To enter the Black Abyss, you need a team of 3. You're so arrogant. Let's see if you can get in. Wang Dong confidently shouted amidst the crowd. A C-rank warrior and 2 E-rank mages? Does anyone want to form a team? 2 students cheered, pointing towards Wang Dong. I heard there's a C-rank warrior. Amazing. We're saved. The crowd of students eagerly raised their hands, vying for the chance. Pick me. I'm a fire mage. I have an advantage in the Black Abyss Ice Valley. I'm a priest. I can increase ice resistance. Wang Dong pointed, choosing 2 people from the crowd. You and you. Wang Dong's team advanced, and admiring whispers arose. Big Brother is a C-rank warrior. That's incredible. Big Brother Dong's strength is incomparable. Follow closely. Big Brother Dong will compete for first place. Zhang Enfei and Zhou Dashan were also full of fighting spirit. Compete for first place? The fastest clear leaderboard? We can't fall behind. Wang Dong's 5-person team bravely advanced towards the dazzling purple teleportation gate, hidden amidst the snowy mountains. Inside, a shattered human skeleton lay scattered on the cold ground. Wang Dong and his team members were all horrified at the sight of the skeleton, and the atmosphere became tense. Zhang Enfei and Zhou Dashan smirked sinisterly, threatening the 2 new students. Follow closely. If you can't keep up, this is your end. Wang Dong smiled confidently, leading the team into the gate. Let's go! Lin Tianhao stood from afar, watching Wang Dong's team disappear into the mysterious teleportation gate. Lin Tianhao mused. Those 3 aren't good people. The other 2 will surely find it hard to escape danger. Lin Tianhao looked into the distance. Even if the dead can be resurrected, the price is not small. Therefore, completing the mission with your own life is the best choice. Lin Tianhao stood in the center, his information clearly displayed. Level 1, Summoner, Talent S, Melee S. His eyes were full of confidence and pride. A short-haired player excitedly said, Hey, look, there's an S-rank talent player. Let's team up with him. Another immediately dismissed it. Idiot? Are your eyes that bad? What good is an S-rank talent if he's a summoner? In the middle of the square, Lin Tianhao stood calmly, surrounded by countless other players, scrutinizing and judging him with suspicious eyes. Lin Tianhao stood among the other players, his gaze thoughtful as he looked into the distance, as if calculating something in his mind. A girl appeared, her information clearly displayed. Li Sui, Level 1, Bard, talent E. She sadly said, E rank Bard? Unfortunately, this profession's talent must be above D rank to effectively apply enhancement effects to the team. Lin Tianhao looked at the girl, his eyes full of thought. He secretly thought, looking at her, it seems she's been waiting for many days. He approached Li Shui, offering a friendly smile. Hello, would you like to form a team? Li Shui was surprised, her cheeks flushed. She exclaimed, S-rank talent? A summoner? Then confusedly asked, Me? Lin Tianhao extended his hand, smiling brightly and confidently. I want to compete for rankings, but no one wants to team up with me. Would you like to team up with me? Li Shui was flustered, she secretly thought. An S-rank summoner wants to compete for rankings? Impossible, but it would be a shame to miss the chance to team up with such a handsome guy. She shyly replied, Sure. Two hands clasped, and the notification successfully joined team appeared. Lin Tianhao said, Then we are teammates now. My name is Lin Tianhao, a summoner. Li Shui replied, Hello, I'm Li Shui, a bard. Lin Tianhao looked at Li Shui, his gaze firm. I will be responsible for clearing monsters when we enter. You just need to do your best to protect yourself. Li Shui joyfully covered her face, her eyes sparkling with hearts. He's going to take care of me? She excitedly replied, Yes. I'll protect myself and not cause you any trouble. Lin Tianhao and Li Shui stood side by side. He looked around at the other players. All right, now we need to find one more person. Another group of players surrounded a silver-haired girl, eagerly shouting, Goddess, goddess, wait! The silver-haired girl, Su Dinger, had her information clearly displayed. Level 1, Druid, Talent A. She said annoyed. A bunch of trash. So annoying. A player pleaded, Goddess, don't listen to him. We've already entered the Black Abyss twice. You don't need to intervene. Lin Tianhao stared, his eyes full of doubt as he recognized the silver-haired girl. Is this the school's beauty queen, Su Chinger? Another silver-haired girl, Su Chinger, stood opposite Lin Tianhao, secretly evaluating him. Isn't he Lin Tianhao, the school's famous failure? And he got the summoner profession? Su Chinger pondered the summoner profession, which was considered useless, while Lin Tianhao was confused. A trash summoner profession? If I team up with him, what's going on? Su Chinger looked directly at Lin Tianhao, her eyes resolute. Lin Tianhao, I order you to let me join your team. The surrounding students were utterly enraged, while Lin Tianhao was dumbfounded with surprise. What? Me? Su Chinger grabbed Lin Tianhao's hand, affirming, Yes, it's you. The students roared in indignation. Why? Why would the goddess join that useless summoner's team? My goddess, is she going with a pig? Lin Tianhao was confused. Why are you blaming me when she's forcing me? Another student tried to drive away those surrounding Su Chinger. Can't you see I already have a team? Get lost. Su Chinger turned to Lin Tianhao and Li Shui, decisively ordering, Let's go to the Black Abyss. Lin Tianhao hastily called Su Chinger back. Wait, may I ask why you joined our team? Su Chinger, with a firm gaze, explained. I want to compete for the rankings. I need 2 accessories. No one will look down on me anymore if I lead you 2 to the top. Li Shui and Lin Tianhao stared blankly at each other. Accessories? Li Shui asked. Lin Tianhao secretly thought, Is she calling us trash? Su Chinger turned and walked away, urging the two. What are you still standing there for? Hurry up and catch up. Lin Tianhao gave a forced laugh, looking at Li Shui. Ha, so it's a team full of women now, Li Shui asked. So it's just the 3 of us? Su Chinger stood before a spatial gate, instructing, Currently there's no suitable person to join. If you encounter danger, just leave the battle and the team. Li Shui reluctantly replied, Okay. The spatial gate opened, bringing the group to a desolate land covered in white snow, where sharp rock formations pierced through the icy layer. In the frigid space, Su Chinger exclaimed, Is this inside the Ice Valley Abyss? It's quite cold. Li Shui shivered, confirming, Very cold. Lin Tianhao frowned, feeling uncomfortable. Indeed, the warm clothes I bought earlier are completely useless. Li Shui suddenly had an idea, her face radiant. By the way, I know a low-level cold resistance buff. Li Shui's hands glided over the small harp golden shimmering notes, fluttering, creating a warm surge of energy. The golden energy enveloped all 3, dispelling the biting cold. Su Chinger sneered. So you can be useful sometimes. With the cold resistance buff, the group quickly set off. Su Chinger urged, Since we're competing for the top spot, let's hurry up. Suddenly, a pair of glowing red eyes flashed in the darkness, hidden among the gnarled trees, signaling lurking danger. Lin Tianhao was startled, his amber eyes narrowed, sensing a terrifying presence. A giant wolf with black-gray fur, glowing red eyes, and sharp spikes on its back appeared, carrying an aura of corruption. Su Chinger explained, This is a low-level monster in the Ice Valley Abyss, a corrupted wandering wolf. Without hesitation, Su Chinger transformed, sharp claws and blue energy erupting. You've come at just the right time. It's time for me to practice. In a flash, Su Chinger completely transformed into her semi-beast form, her lithe civet body enveloped by blue energy. Lin Tianhao exclaimed in surprise. Semi-beast form? Is this the druid class? Su Chinger, in her civet form, darted like a blue flash, leaving a dazzling streak of light on the white snow. Su Qing'er, in her semi-beast form with flowing white hair, darted forward, brilliant blue energy surrounding her. She unleashed sharp claws upon the giant black wolf, making it snarl ferociously. Streaks of blue light tore through the air as Su Qing'er continued her assault. The giant wolf suffered a fatal blow, blood splattering, its body slowly collapsing onto the white snow. Li Shui exclaimed in surprise. Damage increased? It seems her claw attack has a bleeding effect. Lin Tianhao stood beside her, his eyes full of admiration. That's amazing. Su Qing'er in her white wolf form turned to look at the two. An information panel appeared, showing the value of wolf skin and wolf fangs. She said, I'll give you these as thanks for the cold resistance charm. I don't like owing others. Li Shui was flustered, hesitantly refusing. No need. Su Qing'er sat on the fallen wolf's corpse, gesturing to the two. She urged, all right, let's keep going. Catch up. The three continued their journey across the vast white snowy land. Suddenly, 3 more wolves appeared from a distance, blocking their path. Su Qing'er once again charged forward, her white hair flowing. Brilliant green energy blazed around her, ready for a new battle. The white wolf girl didn't hesitate, unleashing powerful attacks. The 3 wolves were knocked back, blood splattering in midair as their bodies began to collapse. After the battle, Su Qing'er clutched her injured arm, her expression clearly showing discomfort. Li Shui asked worriedly, You're hurt. Are you okay? Li Shui offered, I can cast a low-level healing spell. I can heal you. But Su Qing'er refused. Your low-level skill can't restore much health, so you should save your mana. Su Qing'er's sharp hand held a green healing potion, ready to drink it to heal her wounds. The white wolf girl decisively drained the potion. A surge of green energy flared around her body, and her wounds quickly healed. Lin Tianhao and Li Shui exchanged smiles. The worry on Li Shui's face vanished, replaced by relief. The 3 continued their journey across the vast, snowy landscape, distant mountains appearing faintly through the mist. On the desolate, white, snowy land, Su Qing'er in her beast-human form and Lin Tianhao continued their arduous journey. Suddenly, Su Qing'er stomped her foot on the snow, and a brilliant purple magic circle flared up, signaling something ominous. The 3 stood amidst the white snow, Su Qing'er surrounded by a purple aura, her face full of anger. Damn it, she growled. A colossal object plunged from above. Su Qing'er looked up, her eyes filled with horror as she faced the sudden attack. White snow splattered everywhere. Su Qing'er was knocked far away, lying motionless on the snow, while Lin Tianhao and Li Shui stood watching. Information about a corrupted level 4 zombie monster with terrifying attack and defense power became clear. Su Qing'er frowned, her face showing extreme worry. I've encountered an elite monster again? This is bad, she exclaimed. Lin Tianhao and Li Shui looked at each other in confusion. This is a hidden elite monster. Why is it here? Li Shui asked. Su Qing'er charged into attack, brilliant purple light clashing with the monster, creating a fierce energy explosion. Su Qing'er's eyes were filled with horror and anger. Damn it, it's too fast, she gritted her teeth. The zombie monster brought its hammer down, creating a powerful purple shockwave that tore through the snowy surface. Su Qing'er lay slumped on the ground, her clothes torn, a deep wound on her neck, unconscious after the attack. Li Shui frantically looked at Su Qing'er in danger. What should we do? We need to save her, she worried. The zombie monster raised its hammer high, preparing to deliver a finishing blow to the motionless Su Qing'er. Lin Tianhao raised his fist to the sky, his eyes resolute. Summon! Corrupted slime! He shouted, ready to fight. A powerful surge of energy erupted, signaling the appearance of a new force. Lin Tianhao stood firm, the fiery red corrupted slime appearing, ready for battle. Slime, use the demonic dance skill, he decisively ordered. The corrupted slime growled, its fiery red eyes flashing with brutality. Preparing to strike, a fiery red energy blast tore through the air, hitting the zombie monster and making it stumble backward. The zombie monster's hammer grazed past the unconscious Su Qing'er's head, creating a terrifying whistling sound. The zombie monster was pushed back, golden lightning bolts exploding around it, revealing its surprise. The zombie monster's purple eyes widened, showing extreme astonishment. The zombie monster's hammer missed its target, slamming hard into the ground and creating a deep crater. Ha ha! You should look closely to see if you hit anything. Lin Tianhao stood on the corrupted slime, his eyes firm, while Li Shui behind him carried Su Qing'er. Lin Tianhao looked at Li Shui, instructing, Li Shui, take Su Qing'er to the nearby treatment area first. Leave this elite zombie to me. Li Shui replied, all right. The zombie monster roared in anger, raising its hammer high, preparing to counterattack. Lin Tianhao didn't flinch, continuing to command, slime, use the slime spray skill. The corrupted slime spewed a stream of fiery red liquid, shooting straight towards the enemy. The red slime stream, like a bullet, shot through the air, aiming directly at the zombie monster. The corrupted slime let out a sinister smile, small drops of slime spraying around, ready to engulf its opponent. The zombie monster's rage erupted. It charged forward, heedless of the crimson spikes piercing its flesh. The corrupted slime's sharp spikes tore through the giant's defenses, but it seemed not enough to stop it. Slime, use demonic dance, Lin Tianhao ordered. A storm of attacks engulfed the monster. Lin Tianhao realized the situation was not good. The elite monster's defense is too high. We're only dealing 50% damage. We need to think of another way. Despite being attacked, the monster remained unfazed. Its eyes burned with a crazed glint, signaling a devastating counterattack. A thought flashed in Lin Tianhao's mind. The slime can corrode its body. The giant swung its massive warhammer, an attack imbued with destructive power. If that's the case, Lin Tianhao's gaze sharpened. The plan was laid out. Slime used demonic dance and corrosive slime to attack its ankles. The corrupted slime immediately obeyed, charging straight towards the enemy's weak point. The corrosive liquid quickly enveloped the monster's ankles, causing it to halt in pain. The giant's distorted face revealed horror. Lin Tianhao coldly declared, "You fell for it!" The giant collapsed to the ground, its massive body creating a slight tremor. The battle ended. Behind them, Li Shui was using her lyre, its melodious notes emitting healing light for Su Qing'er. Su Qing'er was still unconscious, but her wounds were slowly closing under the emerald light. Lin Tianhao looked back at his, and the corrupted slime's achievement couldn't help but exclaim, "So strong." Lin Tianhao focused intently, his sharp eyes identifying the vital point. Its lower body defense is weaker than its upper body. Without hesitation, Lin Tianhao ordered decisively, "Slime, attack its legs!" The corrupted slime charged, its form crimson like blood, attacking fiercely and making the monster roar in pain. Consecutive blows rained down on the monster's legs. Blood splattered, and damage numbers continuously appeared. Another critical blow ended the attack chain, and the zombie monster shook violently. The giant zombie monster vanished into a puff of black smoke, leaving behind a victory message. "You have killed corrupted zombie elite. 120 experience points awarded. Dropped items. Corpse hammer. Wolfskin 10. Wolf tooth 10. Lin Tianhao was surprised when the system announced a level up. "So much experience. Is it because I killed a higher level monster?" Li Shui exclaimed in astonishment. "So strong. He killed an elite monster instantly. Are summoners usually this powerful?" Su Qing'er looked at Lin Tianhao with eyes full of shock. Killing an elite monster alone, whether it's his mind or judgment, he's terrifyingly strong. Lin Tianhao turned to ask Su Qing'er with a worried expression. "Su Qing'er, are you all right?" She blushed, a little flustered. Su Qing'er reassured Lin Tianhao. "It's just a minor injury. No need to worry." Li Shui said worriedly, "My healing spells recover HP too slowly. We need to stop and rest." Su Qing'er suddenly sat up, her eyes burning with resolve. "No, we have to compete for the lead. We can't rest." She resolutely stood up, declaring, "I can still fight. Let's move forward." Su Qing'er's feet walked on the snow, still weak but full of resilience. A voice rang out, "Be careful." Lin Tianhao supported Su Qing'er, his eyes full of worry. How can you compete for rankings if you lose your life? After the battle, Su Qing'er leaned against Lin Tianhao, her cheeks flushed. He decided to rest. A nearby cave was an ideal shelter for the night. Amidst the snowy night, a hidden cave, a flickering fire like an invitation. Faint footprints were imprinted on the cold snow. Inside the cave, the warm campfire dispelled the cold. Lin Tianhao told the two girls to rest, then went out alone to patrol. Li Shui was exhausted, curled up in a warm blanket, a long yawn showing she had depleted her mana and needed to rest. Li Shui fell into a deep sleep instantly. Su Qing'er sat up, her eyes looking at her friend with concern. Lin Tianhao still stood silently. Lin Tianhao sat down by the fire, advising Su Qing'er to rest. He said he would go out and check the situation. Su Qing'er turned her face away, her cheeks flushed, hesitantly thanking Lin Tianhao for saving her. Lin Tianhao looked at her, puzzled. Su Qing'er's face flushed crimson, and she angrily asked what he was looking at, asserting that she wasn't ungrateful. Su Qing'er lay down, pulled the blanket over her face, telling him to pretend he hadn't heard anything. Lin Tianhao could only give a wry smile and scratch his head. Lin Tianhao stood by the fire, looking at the girl's back, and shook his head slightly. This arrogant girl really is something, he thought to himself. Under the blanket, Su Qing'er peeked out, secretly looking at Lin Tianhao, her cheeks still tinged with pink. Outside the cave, Lin Tianhao stood amidst the white snow. He had just leveled up to 3 after defeating the monster. Now was the time to check his new stats. The status window appeared before his eyes, and Lin Tianhao smiled with satisfaction as he saw all parameters had soared. The skill Full Armor appeared, bringing significant enhancement effects. Lin Tianhao wore a confident smile. With 400 new HP points, he could upgrade the corrupted slime to level 4. But to increase the HP limit, he needed to find another method. Without hesitation, Lin Tianhao's finger touched the Contribute 400 option. Ready to convert. Lin Tianhao stood beside the newly upgraded corrupted slime, now bearing a demonic form with glowing red eyes. The system screen clearly displayed HP 1000, 200 over 800, signaling new power. He scrolled through the corrupted slime status panel, clearly seeing its level soar from 3 to 7, with attack, agility, and defense all improved. A new skill called Split had also just appeared. Overall, stats have been improved, and a new skill has been added. Lin Tianhao touched the virtual screen, pondering the new skill. Split? Is there any difference between the Split clone and the original body? He wore a confident smile, looking down at the corrupted slime. Try out your new skill. Lin Tianhao stomped his foot on the cold ground, preparing for the upcoming test. The corrupted slime, transformed. A long, crimson tentacle reaching high, like a spear, piercing through the hazy mist. Lin Tianhao raised his hand, ordering decisively. Corrupted slime, use split skill! Crimson energy erupted, and the corrupted slime began to split, creating multiple smaller copies, all bearing glowing eyes. Lin Tianhao's amber eyes shone brightly, observing the splitting process carefully. 2 copies of the corrupted slime appeared, each with its own status panel. Lin Tianhao hovered, analyzing the new stats. He thoughtfully looked at the virtual status panels, realizing the trade-off. HP halved, agility increased, defense decreased, but I don't know how long it will last. A 3 countdown timer appeared above the smaller corrupted slime copy, indicating the skill's time limit. Lin Tianhao was surprised, his eyes clearly showing disappointment as he looked at the clock. Only 3 minutes? What can you do in 3 minutes? Suddenly, he flinched as a sense of unease washed over him. Lin Tianhao spun around, his face tense, eyes full of worry. What happened? He looked towards the horizon, where brilliant light erupted, signaling imminent danger. Damn it, they're in trouble. Lin Tianhao shot forward like an arrow, his eyes burning with determination, facing the colossal silhouette of a mysterious monster. 2 female students faced the majestic shadow monster, its glowing red eyes instilling extreme fear. No, don't come closer, Lin Tianhao commanded, and the corrupted slime flared crimson, bristling with sharp spikes, ready to strike. Corrupted slime, use slime spray. A stream of fiery red liquid shot out, tearing through the air, heading straight for the colossal monster. The attack hit its mark, a small wound appearing on the monster's chest, accompanied by a meager damage number, -25. Lin Tianhao was stunned, his eyes wide with disappointment. Is that all the damage you dealt? Li Shui anxiously turned to Lin Tianhao, offering help. But it dodged all of the slime's attacks. Should we go help? Lin Tianhao's eyes flashed with extreme tension. This isn't good. Demon Dance is on cooldown. A system notification appeared, confirming that the skill Demon Dance had entered cooldown. Lin Tianhao frantically waved his hand, his voice full of worry. Corrupted slime, retreat! The shadow monster continuously took hits from purple energy attacks, with damage numbers appearing. -70, -66, -80. Seeing the monster cornered, Li Shui determinedly stepped forward, disregarding the danger. No, I have to help. Su Qing'er hastily grabbed Li Shui's arm, her face clearly showing worry. Li Shui, wait. Li Shui ignored the warning, throwing a sharp object at the monster, provoking it. Stupid rabbit. Come and chase me! The shadow monster roared furiously, stomping its foot, causing the ground to shake and crack. The monster's glowing red eyes blazed fiercely, its face contorted with extreme rage. Li Shui froze. Horror was evident in her eyes behind her round glasses. Before her, the colossal monster loomed like a mountain, its glowing red eyes fixed on its tiny prey. In a panic, her hand frantically searched for something in the pouch at her side. Don't come closer. A carrot was thrown, the last weapon of desperation. The carrot flew straight into the monster's face. A strangely silent moment followed. Suddenly, the ferocious beast transformed into a pure white rabbit, puffing its cheeks as it munched on the carrot with relish. The whole group was stunned. Su Qing'er blushed and turned to ask, Li Shui, why do you carry carrots? I have to carry some food, right? But the snow rabbit had returned to its colossal form, its greedy eyes unchanged. Ah, it's coming again. Li Shui ran while throwing carrots, trying to maintain distance from the ravenous monster. Lin Tianhao's eyes flashed with determination. We're running out of food. We have to lure it in to kill it, he commanded decisively, pointing towards the cave. Li Shui, throw your bag to Su Qing'er. Catch! Li Shui threw the bag towards the bewildered Su Qing'er. Su Qing'er fumbled to catch the bag, not yet understanding what was happening. The colossal snow rabbit had closed in, blocking her escape route. Blue energy erupted. Su Qing'er transformed into a beast, roaring. Lin Tianhao, you have a plan, right? She shot off like a blue arrow, delivering a thunderous blow to the monster. The ground shook violently. Despite the situation, Lin Tianhao remained unusually calm. Of course, his amber eyes flashed with a deadly glint, a proud smile on his lips. I'll kill it! The colossal snow rabbit let out an earth-shattering roar, dark purple killing intent erupting around its body. Su Qing'er was astonished by its terrifying speed. Too fast. She dodged an attack while frantically yelling, Lin Tianhao, what now? Lin Tianhao pointed towards the nearby cliff, his voice decisive. Lure it there! In an instant, Su Qing'er understood the plan. A confident smile replaced her worried expression. So, that's it. I get it. She darted away like a ghost, gliding across the ground. Facing the ferocious beast, she didn't flinch, bracing herself for the collision. Su Qing'er began the chase, luring the colossal monster straight towards the cliff. Her eyes were sharp, highly focused on every movement of the enemy. The rabbit's devastating punch missed its target, slamming directly into the hard cliff face. Its head slammed hard into the boulder, dazing it for a moment. Lin Tianhao seized the opportunity, his eyes cold as he commanded. Corrupted slime, it's your turn. From the ground, a blood-red liquid spike shot up, piercing through the monster's back. Splatters of dark red liquid flew everywhere, embedding themselves deep into the colossal snow rabbit's body. The beast roared in pain and helplessness. Lin Tianhao smirked. Ha! You fell into the trap, corrupted slime. Use split and venom spray. The colossal monster collapsed, engulfed in a barrage of attacks from the corrupted slime. It watched in horror as the viscous red mass split into countless smaller entities, tightly surrounding it. A wicked smile appeared on the corrupted slime's face, signaling imminent death. Understood, Lin Tianhao muttered as the notification panel appeared, confirming the prey had been eliminated. He watched the red energy dissipate in his hand. Just a level 8 snow rabbit, yet so difficult for the slime to deal with. The slime's skills are mainly area of effect, too weak against single targets. If we encounter a similar situation next time, Su Qing'er let out a sigh of relief, then turned to Snap. Lin Tianhao! You dared to use me as bait! Sorry, but you're the only one fast enough to dodge that rabbit. Lin Tianhao chuckled, making Su Qing'er blush. Ha! That's right. She turned to blame Li Shui. It's all your fault. Why did you bring carrots into the abyss? Li Shui mumbled. I wanted to bring some dried food. Lin Tianhao quickly stopped Li Shui when she was about to throw away the basket of carrots. Wait, he came up with a bold idea. Killing a snow rabbit gives 120 experience points. If we can lure them here, we can level up the fastest. His eyes gleamed with calculation. The condition to clear the abyssal ice is to defeat the level 10 boss. To do that, we must reach level 4 or higher. We are currently level 3 and level 2. To reach level 4, we need to kill at least 5 more snow rabbits. The group realized the real challenge had just begun. Li Shui seemed hesitant. But we just struggled to deal with one. Can we really lure it out again? A confident smile appeared on Lin Tianhao's lips. Don't worry. Last time we were the prey, but this time, we are the hunters. Su Qing'er agreed. Her goal was the leaderboard. I don't have time to hunt monsters one by one, the group decided. Let's start planning. The plan was put into action. A fresh, delicious carrot lay isolated on the snow, an irresistible bait, and the prey appeared. A giant snow rabbit charged out from the shadows, its bloodshot eyes fixed on the carrot. Hiding behind a rock, all three held their breath and watched. Success. As soon as the monster let its guard down, the group charged out simultaneously. It's caught in the trap. After a sweeping battle, the light of leveling up enveloped all three. Finally, we've leveled up. The notification panel appeared. 5 hours had passed in the abyssal ice. Li Shui was astonished by their speed, but Su Qing'er reminded her of the record holder, Fang Changyun, who took 8 hours to clear the dungeon. Li Shui excitedly asked, "So, can we break the record?" Su Qing'er poured cold water on her enthusiasm. "Do you think the boss will just sit there waiting to die?" Lin Tianhao analyzed that the boss was a zombie leader commanding a pack of corrupted wolves. This would be a war of attrition. And given the current situation, it would take them about 2 hours. Li Shui was confused again. So, what now? Su Qing'er suggested. Let's rest and prepare, Lin Tianhao agreed. She's right, let's rest for half an hour. While the two girls rested, Lin Tianhao secretly activated a skill. The system panel displayed the chilling words, innate skill, demonic sacrifice. His HP dropped significantly. Lin Tianhao secretly calculated. His HP limit upon leveling up was getting lower. And the corrupted slime had no new skills, its stats barely increasing. He needed another plan. I hope the upcoming boss battle isn't too difficult. Suddenly, a terrifying sound shook the entire cave. What was that? All three rushed towards the source of the sound. Before their eyes, a dazzling light erupted from deep within the cave, revealing the silhouette of a winged creature. What is that? It was a Qilin, the hidden boss of the abyssal ice. A pure creature guarding this place, only appearing when life in its domain weakened. Is that really a Qilin? To encounter a hidden boss again? How lucky. But its stats are much stronger than the zombie boss. Lin Tianhao smirked, an idea flashing in his mind. The divine Qilin began to gather energy, its horn emitting a purifying light. Lin Tianhao's eyes became vacant, mesmerized by that pure beauty. So beautiful, he whispered. But then a wicked smile suddenly appeared on his lips. Without hesitation, he turned to face his corrupted slime and delivered a devastating kick to his own loyal pet. Lin Tianhao winced at the sudden pain. Ah, that hurts. He looked down in shock, sweat pouring out. What the hell am I doing? Lin Tianhao's inexplicable action left the group bewildered. The corrupted slime lay flattened on the ground. Suddenly, Su Qing'er's and Li Shui's eyes became lifeless, drawn into an enchanting illusion. So beautiful. Lin Tianhao was startled, quickly grabbing both of them as they staggered towards the cliff edge. Careful! All three tumbled onto the precarious rock ledge, narrowly escaping danger. Before them, a mythical creature radiated icy light. Su Qing'er was astonished. It's the hidden boss, the abyssal Ice Qilin. Why is it here? Su Qing'er speculated that its appearance was due to them having cleared too many snow rabbits, creatures it protected. Li Shui was still confused. But we've killed so many wolves and zombies without any problem? Are they not living creatures? Su Qing'er pointed out the team's fatal mistake. They should have just followed the instructions and defeated the final boss. But they had strayed, awakening a hidden boss with unimaginable power. It's highly likely we'll be wiped out. Li Shui burst into tears, fear overwhelming her. I don't want to die. Or should we run away? Lin Tianhao cut her off, his gaze firm. It's useless. We've killed too many snow rabbits and it has marked us. Li Shui blamed herself in despair. It's my fault for bringing the carrots. We're doomed. A steady hand rested on her shoulder, cutting off her pessimistic thoughts. Lin Tianhao gripped Li Shui's shoulder, his gaze firm. What are you saying? Thanks to you, we have a chance to break the record. Now we just need to defeat the boss to clear the stage. But when he mentioned the real enemy, his expression darkened. As for the hidden boss, he turned his back, his sturdy figure shielding his teammates. I won't let you get hurt. Su Qinger crossed her arms, her face full of arrogance. Ha! It's just a Qilin. What's there to be afraid of? Don't you two get in my way. Reassured, Li Shui smiled brightly, her heart filled with gratitude. Thank you, everyone. Immediately, a roar echoed throughout the icy valley. Magical energy surging from the divine beast. The group was thrown back by the overwhelming aura. It found us. The system panel appeared. The abyssal ice Qilin unleashed the skill Spike Impact. Energy spikes embedded directly into the cliff face, causing the ground to shake violently. The silhouette of the beast tore through the night sky, plummeting at terrifying speed. Lin Tianhao yelled, his voice sharp with command. Scatter! A terrifying, icy explosion engulfed the spot where they had just stood. The three managed to scatter in time, standing firm on the cold snow, vigilantly looking ahead. The Qilin landed, its horn glinting with deadly light, its breath exhaling bone-chilling cold. It unleashed another skill. Soul-cleansing song. Eerie light emanated from its horn, signaling an even more dangerous attack. Pain tore through his mind. Lin Tianhao screamed in agony as the mental attack struck. Li Shui! Amidst the chaos, Li Shui played a magical tune. The sage's melody resonated, both cleansing and empowering her teammates. The melodious music spread, enveloping the Qilin. The tune seemed to be trying to soothe it, but instead, the beast roared furiously, its rage amplified by the magic. It unleashed the skill Trampling Charge, rushing straight towards Li Shui like an icy arrow. Li Shui froze, her eyes wide, with horror at the destructive power bearing down on her. At that critical moment, a white figure darted out, blocking the Qilin's devastating charge. It was Su Qinger. She spun in midair, a stream of blue energy coiling around her leg. A powerful kick landed squarely on the monster's flank, making it stagger. Su Qinger landed, her eyes full of provocation. Come and get me, pony! Humiliated, the Qilin gnashed its teeth, its eyes blazing with hatred. It immediately counterattacked, but Su Qinger swiftly glided away, dodging with ease. The Qilin's horn shot out a magical beam, tearing up the ground where Su Qinger had just stood. She landed lightly, a confident smile on her lips. So it's a hidden boss. As soon as he regained his composure, Lin Tianhao realized the danger and quickly shouted, Su Qinger, be careful! In an instant, the Qilin's horn pierced through Su Qinger's body, a fatal blow that sent her flying. What? Utter horror was evident in Su Qinger's eyes as her consciousness faded. Li Shui rushed to her fallen comrade, a desperate cry echoing, Su Qinger! Embracing the blood-soaked body, Li Shui tried to rouse her. Su Qinger, wake up! But in the distance, the monster still hovered, radiating a deadly aura. Amidst the silence, a deep voice resonated, brimming with killing intent. Slime! Lin Tianhao's eyes flashed with a sharp glint. It's our turn! The corrupted slime materialized, a glowing red entity with dark power. A status board appeared, signaling a completely different level. The icy abyssal Qilin turned, its crimson eyes locked onto the new enemy. Without hesitation, the corrupted slime charged straight at the mythical beast. Its grotesque face bared, ready for a destructive impact. Corrosive liquid splattered, engulfing the Qilin's head. Li Shui watched the unbelievable scene in shock. Amazing! That's a hidden boss. A Qilin. And he's overpowering it? Lin Tianhao calmly explained. The Qilin's biggest weakness is dark element attacks, and the corrupted slime coincidentally counters it perfectly. He gave a decisive command, his eyes never leaving the battle. Slime, continue attacking. A streak of crimson liquid tore through the air, shooting forth like an arrow. The Qilin's pained roar echoed as its body was corroded by the dark liquid. The icy abyssal Qilin was corroded by the crimson liquid, blood splattering as it desperately tried to fly away. Li Shui watched in horror as the mythical creature fled. Lin Tianhao smirked, his eyes sharp enough to tear through the night. He ordered the corrupted slime. Slime, use corrosive slime and demonic dance. The corrupted slime transformed, red liquid shooting out, forming deadly attack rays. It transformed into a sharp, pointed form, radiating dark energy, and shot forth like an arrow. The flying Qilin was pursued by the red liquid rays, unable to escape. The corrupted slime closed in on the Qilin from behind, its crimson eyes seemingly wanting to devour its prey. A fatal blow. The corrupted slime pierced through the Qilin's body, blood splattering, a painful roar tearing through the air. Lin Tianhao watched the corrupted slime attack, red liquid spraying into the air. He exclaimed, Well done, slime! Suddenly, a terrifying icy explosion erupted, pushing everything back. The icy abyssal Qilin was enveloped in white smoke, desperately bracing for a counterattack. It unleashed a rainbow-colored sonic wave of energy, destructive power spreading. Lin Tianhao quickly covered his head, yelling, Cover your ears, quick! Li Shui cried out in panic. The Qilin's sonic wave rushed towards the corrupted slime, creating a dazzling explosion of light. Lin Tianhao tensely ordered, "Slime, dodge. Use split." In an instant, the corrupted slime dodged the fatal attack. Its body tore apart, creating a perfect gap for the Qilin to charge through. The Qilin landed, wounded and surrounded by smaller slime entities. It angrily stomped the ground, a heaven-shaking blow meant to throw off the disgusting parasites. Time was running out. Lin Tianhao growled, "We have to finish this quickly. Full armament is almost depleted. Slime, use corrosive slime." The smaller slimes charged forward, their crimson eyes flashing with malevolence. They clung tightly to the mythical beast's body, and the red nightmare began. A wall of corrosive liquid closed in, swallowing light and hope. The Qilin was submerged. The poison gnawed at its flesh, dissolving even its tough scales. Its hooves scraped desperately on the icy ground. A gruesome smile appeared on the corrupted slime's face. The Qilin threw its head back, a silent scream filled with agony. The situation suddenly reversed. Lin Tianhao cried out in horror. "Oh no, the Qilin is about to go berserk! Slime, get away quickly!" Heavily corroded, the icy abyssal Qilin collapsed. Thinking the battle was over, Lin Tianhao slightly turned his back, but in the mythical beast's eyes, the flames of fury had only just truly ignited. Lin Tianhao's eyes narrowed, sensing the surging, violent killing intent. The icy abyssal Qilin stood motionless, the corrupted slime still clinging to its feet. Lin Tianhao silently wondered. It stopped attacking? Why? He held his breath, sensing something ominous. Wait, what is that? A stream of purple corrosive liquid spread beneath the Qilin's feet. A voice urged, "Lin Tianhao, why are you still standing there? Finish it off quickly." Suddenly, the Qilin transformed into a silver-haired maiden, clutching her chest, her body trembling in blue light. Lin Tianhao was astonished. Seeing the maiden in pain, Lin Tianhao hastily said, I'll help too." But the green-haired girl beside him stopped him. "Wait." The silver-haired maiden roared, blue light erupting as she charged into a counterattack. "It's been too long, let me handle this." Lin Tianhao's eyes widened, fear clearly visible. The silver-haired maiden stood upright, her eyes sharp, holding a piece of the corrupted slime. 3 glowing red claw marks appeared behind her, returning to its Qilin form. The mythical beast lay prostrate in pain, tears welling up, a mournful groan echoing. The silver-haired maiden stepped back, warning, "Stand back." She looked down at the writhing Qilin, exclaiming in horror, It's crying?" A column of emerald light shot straight up from the ground, tearing through the night. The dazzling light and terrifying sound stunned all living creatures. Lin Tianhao and the silver-haired girl both clutched their heads in pain. Lin Tianhao clutched his head, trying to endure the throbbing pain in the chaotic moment. Lin Tianhao gritted his teeth and pointed, ordering, "Slime, devour it." The corrupted slime lunged forward, its fiery red body engulfing the target. A destructive attack. Ah! A scream echoed from within the mass of liquid. The giant rock was corroded, disintegrating into fragments. Lin Tianhao breathed a sigh of relief. It's done. But the joy was short-lived. The ground shook violently. This isn't good, this place. It's collapsing. Li Shui suddenly appeared amidst the hail of rocks. "Danger! Come here, quickly." A massive rock hurtled straight towards Li Shui. Her panicked scream was drowned out by the sound of destruction. Suddenly, a figure darted out. Silver hair fluttering in the wind, a chilling aura emanated. The girl with beast ears swung her hand, creating an icy slash. The icy blade tore through the rock, saving Li Shui from the scythe of death. The corrupted slime quickly enveloped all 3 of them. Li Shui panicked. "What's happening? Why is everything around us collapsing?" Lin Tianhao explained with a serious expression. "The guardian beast of this area is dead, and the magic is beginning to dissipate." "No!" Lin Tianhao realized something even more terrifying. A colossal pitch-black energy sphere was forming above them, devouring everything. Lin Tianhao yelled in despair. "Slime! Use split to protect the Kirin!" The corrupted slime growled in response to the command. Ready to act, the corrupted slime transformed into a fiery red mass of liquid, shooting off like an arrow. It plunged straight down, aiming for the Kirin lying motionless on the ground. Its body expanded, preparing to envelop the target in the nick of time. The corrupted slime formed a colossal shield, protecting the Kirin from the collapse. It let out a roar of affirmation, completing its assigned task. The falling colossal rocks were completely blocked by the corrupted slime's shield. The Kirin collapsed in a pool of purple blood, but had escaped immediate danger. Li Shui realized with surprise. "Look, the mountain has stopped collapsing," Lin Tianhao decided. "Let's go, we'll check it out." The ice abyss Kirin was still stunned. "What's happening?" Lin Tianhao knelt beside the injured creature. Li Shui explained. "The Kirin's blood has healing properties. The ground has already begun to recover upon touching it." He gently supported the Kirin's head, his gaze complex. But the ice abyss Kirin showed cruelty. "Kill it, then we leave this abyss." Lin Tianhao quickly stopped her. "Wait, we can't kill it yet." She grabbed his shirt, growling. "You stopped me from killing it before too, Lin Tianhao. What's wrong with you?" Li Shui also noticed something unusual. "Wait, there's something wrong with this Kirin." The ice abyss Kirin was stunned. "Li Shui, you too?" Her eyes suddenly flashed with a hint of doubt. Just now, what was it trying to tell us? Lin Tianhao narrowed his eyes, a premonition telling him something was amiss. The Kirin arched its neck, a cry of agony echoing through the space. Li Shui screamed in horror, stumbling as the creature writhed in its death throes. The Ice Abyss Kirin's gaze turned cold. "We can't wait any longer. We have to kill it now." But Lin Tianhao stopped her in time. "Wait." She spun around, growling. "Lin Tianhao, I said there's no time to wait." Despite the warning, Lin Tianhao held her hand tightly. The Kirin took its last breath, purple blood spreading across the ground. The creature's belly twitched slightly. Lin Tianhao immediately realized, wait, there's something inside its belly. Its skin tore open, revealing a small horn shimmering with a crystal light. The Ice Abyss Kirin was stunned. What? From within the dead body, a new life emerged, radiating pure light. The Ice Abyss Kirin was aghast. Another Kirin? She immediately snapped awake, radiating killing intent. Can this boss revive? Let me kill it before it recovers. She lunged forward, without a moment's hesitation. But once again, Lin Tianhao blocked her path. Stop. His gaze was firm, not allowing anyone to harm the small creature. Despite everything, Lin Tianhao gritted his teeth and made a decision. He didn't hesitate at all. A green light enveloped his hand, condensing into sharp claws. He cut his own hand, letting fresh blood drip down, soaking the icy horn of the newborn creature. A brilliant light erupted. Lin Tianhao held back the Ice Abyss Kirin, who was yelling furiously. What are you doing? Beneath their feet, a green aura of life enveloped the baby Kirin. A notification echoed in everyone's minds. Contract successfully established. All three were stunned. A golden light shot straight from the baby Kirin towards Lin Tianhao. It embedded itself directly into his forehead, transmitting a strange stream of information. A status board appeared. Abyssal Ice Kirin, Infant, Level 1. Basic stats were clearly displayed. Lin Tianhao stood there, looking at the tiny creature lying within the magic circle. He smiled smugly. Just as I thought. Its previous reaction was to protect the child inside. I never thought a newborn could form a contract. So that means I have a second summoned beast. The Abyssal Ice Kirin and Li Shui rushed over, bewildered. What's happening? Where's the Kirin? The ground suddenly shook violently. It's shaking again! A terrifying sound echoed as the ground beneath their feet began to crack open. Look, the ground! It's cracking! The ground crumbled. Amidst the earthquake, the Abyssal Ice Kirin roared. What are you standing there for? Run! But Lin Tianhao ignored everything. He knelt down, gently cradling the baby Kirin. I will take your child. I guarantee its safety. A system screen appeared before him. Behind him, the corrupted slime silently observed. The notification board displayed a series of valuable items. Kirin horn, Kirin blood, and even a treasure chest. Lin Tianhao was momentarily stunned by the generous rewards. Congratulations on breaking the record. The leaderboard is being updated. An unprecedented achievement had just been established. Even so, his face remained tense, a cold drop of sweat trickling down his cheek. In the distance, Li Shui frantically screamed amidst the collapsing scenery. Lin Tianhao, what are you doing? Get over here! The ground beneath Lin Tianhao's feet caved in, causing him to lose his balance. He slipped, falling straight into the newly opened chasm. Li Shui desperately screamed his name. Lin Tianhao. Li Shui and the Abyssal Ice Kirin froze, horrified by the scene before them. Lin Tianhao's figure was swallowed by darkness and rubble. In midair, an option appeared. Leave dungeon? Without hesitation, his finger touched the yes button. Lin Tianhao's body dissolved into countless green specks of light, disappearing just before being buried. Immediately after, Li Shui and the Abyssal Ice Kirin were also teleported out as the dungeon began to disintegrate. Li Shui and Su Qing'er emerged from streams of green light, having just escaped the collapsing dungeon. Li Shui let out a sigh of relief, her face still bearing traces of horror. I thought I was going to die. She quickly called Lin Tianhao's name when she saw that he and the others had also safely teleported out. Su Qing'er held onto the panicking Lin Tianhao. Calm down, calm down. Meanwhile, the crowd outside was abuzz. The leaderboard had changed, but the top spot still belonged to Fang Changyun. Tisk. He's not first place, is he? No one can break Fang Changyun's record. All eyes turned towards the rippling spatial gate. Someone's coming out! It must be the record-breaking team! Let's see who it is! As Lin Tianhao's group stepped out, they were stopped by someone. Hey, are you the team that just broke the record? Another person sneered, cutting in. Idiots? They must have been forced out. It's not them. The insult enraged Su Qing'er. Li Shui quickly hugged her friend. Qing'er, calm down, calm down. Lin Tianhao paid no mind, his eyes fixed on the gate as another group of people gradually materialized. Wang Dong stepped out, a sinister smile on his lips. It's them. His gaze pierced Lin Tianhao. Lin Tianhao, you're out too. Wang Dong and his cronies approached, their voices full of mockery. Haha, I didn't expect a good-for-nothing like you to survive and come out. Were you forcibly teleported out? One of the group members glanced at Su Qing'er. Isn't this the school beauty? Why is she with that good-for-nothing? That's right, she should be with Wang Dong. He's from the combat class. Su Qing'er snarled, her voice as cold as ice. Get lost, you filthy trash! The crony roared furiously, lunging towards her. Don't you dare be disrespectful to us. The long-haired, silver-haired girl called a long-haired, black-haired boy. both their eyes filled with tension while Wang Dong stood in the middle. Yunfei, come here. Wang Dong turned to Lin Tianhao, his tone full of provocation. Lin Tianhao, do you see the gap between us now? A smirk appeared on Lin Tianhao's lips, full of self-satisfaction. Lin Tianhao looked up at Wang Dong, his eyes sharp and cold. Open your eyes and look closely. What gap are you talking about? Wang Dong roared in anger, his face changing color. What did you just say? Suddenly, a system notification sounded. The leaderboard updated, drawing everyone's attention. Leaderboard updated. Wang Dong stared at the leaderboard in horror, unable to believe his eyes. Current first place, Lin Tianhao. What? Two other students couldn't hide their extreme astonishment. Lin Tianhao. First place? Lin Tianhao smugly pointed at Wang Dong, who stood frozen in shock. Another group of students buzzed with excited discussion over the shocking news. First place. Lin Tianhao Feng Chengyun has dominated the list for 3 years, but he was unexpectedly pushed down. A new god has appeared. Hurry and check him out. The short, chubby student was furious, accusing Lin Tianhao of cheating. No way. He's trash. How can he be first? He cheated. This idiot definitely cheated again. The dark, long-haired student also yelled, accusing Lin Tianhao of cheating in the previous school test as well. He cheated in the school test before. This list must have been tampered with too. This guy is a cheating bastard. Other students began to whisper, skeptical about the possibility of cheating. Cheating? Is that possible? I thought he was a good new player, but he's a cheater? Su Chinger coldly retorted the dark, long-haired student's accusation, her eyes sharp. Foolish! This is the Black Abyss dungeon list! Are you saying someone cheated? The dark, long-haired student spun around, his face furious. Who dares interrupt? The dark, long-haired student's face changed color, his eyes filled with extreme horror and panic. Murong Yu's entourage advanced, their aura soaring. Murong Yu led the way, followed by Murong Shui and powerful comrades, each possessing formidable strength. The crowd of students buzzed, astonished at the Murong group. One student exclaimed, "Are they the Murong siblings?" Lin Tianhao stood there, his eyes thoughtful, wondering about the mysterious Murong clan. Murong Yu and Murong Shui, two renowned names with hard-earned titles, made Lin Tianhao wonder about their presence. Unlike ordinary people, major clans often have their own teleportation gates to enter the Dark Abyss dungeon. But there are also clans that choose to form teams, entering the Dark Abyss with ordinary people. The Murong team has formed, so why are they here? Lin Tianhao was still pondering. Wang Dong approached Murong Shui, a smug smile on his face. Hello, Miss Murong. I am Wang Dong, a C-rank Saint Warrior. Murong Shui coldly ignored him, leaving Wang Dong stunned, his face pale from the disdain. The dark-haired student angrily pointed at Murong Shui. How dare you ignore my big brother and go to that useless guy? My brother Dong is a Saint Warrior. Murong Shui turned her head, her gaze sharp and cold. It's truly regrettable that such a person exists among the ranks of Saint Warriors. The dark-haired student roared in indignation. What did you say? Murong Shui said nothing, merely swung her hand and pushed hard, causing the dark-haired student to stumble, his face filled with terror. Wang Dong angrily spoke up. You can look down on me, but don't forget that guy is just trash. He must have used tricks to climb the rankings. Murong Yu glanced at Lin Tianhao, his tone full of challenge. You got lucky this time. Next time, I'll show you true power. The whole group turned and left. As Murong's group disappeared from sight, Li Shui breathed a sigh of relief. They're finally gone. Those yapping dogs are so annoying. A blonde figure approached, a polite smile hiding ulterior motives. You must be Lin Tianhao, the one who just changed the Dark Abyss rankings. He extended his hand, his demeanor friendly. Hello, I am Murong Yu. It's a pleasure to meet you. Lin Tianhao was bewildered, not understanding why this person sought him out. Seeing Lin Tianhao hesitate, Murong Shui frowned. Are you stupid? My brother wants to shake your hand. Murong Yu calmly raised a hand to stop his sister. Xiao Shui. He maintained his smile, but his eyes had subtly changed. Lin Tianhao awkwardly replied. Ah, hello. He reluctantly extended his hand, preparing for a perfunctory handshake. But another hand was quicker, gripping Lin Tianhao's wrist tightly. Su Chinger yanked him towards her, her eyes blazing as she stared directly at Murong Yu. Are you blind? Can't you see he's already teamed up with me? The smile on Murong Yu's lips vanished, his face darkening. I'm talking to him. Please, step aside. Trying to steal my person? Nonsense, Su Chinger growled, pulling both Lin Tianhao and Li Shui away. Lin Tianhao! Li Shui! Let's go! Murong Shui immediately blocked their path, her gaze cold. I don't want to waste time either. We want him. The surrounding crowd began to murmur. What's going on? The Murong clan wants to snatch a summoner? He's the first summoner to break the Dark Abyss record. Su Chinghair gritted her teeth, refusing to back down. No way. Get out of the way. I can't hand Lin Tianhao over to them, or my record will be lost. Yu Hang, a member of Murong's group, stepped forward, his voice firm. Please move aside. We must take him. Others discussed animatedly. Don't hesitate. Siding with the Murong clan will get you more resources. That's right, they have 2 A-rank members and 3 B-rank members. Amidst the tension, Li Shui anxiously tugged at Lin Tianhao's sleeve. You don't want to team up with them, do you? Su Qinger growled, her eyes sharp. He wouldn't dare! The silver-haired girl blocked Lin Tianhao, facing Murong Yu. I don't think you have the right to decide for him, so ask him what he wants. Murong Yu smiled politely, his gaze fixed on Lin Tianhao.
I, Knight of the Golden Divine Lion, sincerely invite you to join our team.
What do you say? A notification panel appeared before Lin Tianhao. Murong Yu invites you to form a team, accept divided by decline. Su Qinger quickly spoke up, trying to drown out the invitation. You don't need to say anything, Lin Tianhao won't, but a calm voice cut her off. All right. Both Li Shui and Su Qinger were stunned. What? Lin Tianhao smirked, his eyes full of hidden meaning. All right. Su Qinger couldn't believe her ears, her anger flaring. What did you say? Li Shui was aghast, only able to utter a choked question. Why? Murong Yu crossed his arms, a triumphant look on his face. A wise choice. You truly are intelligent. He stepped closer, his tone condescending. Then, accept the invitation. Lin Tianhao silently reached out his hand towards the notification panel, heading straight for the accept button. Pang Yu and Yu Hong held Su Qinger, who was struggling tightly. No, don't do it! Murong Yu watched the scene with a sneer. We can break new records together, a win-win situation, right? A decisive finger pressed the decline button. The sudden decision left Su Qinger and two members of the Murong Guild stunned. Murong Shui couldn't keep her composure, and Murong Yu's face darkened. What is the meaning of this? But Lin Tianhao merely smirked. Relax. I'll join, but you have to agree to a few of my conditions, Murong Shui growled. Letting a summoner like you join is already a huge favor. Don't be ungrateful. So, no negotiation? Then forget it. Lin Tianhao casually turned on his heel, leaving the Murong clan to their choice. Murong Yu hastily called him back, his arrogant demeanor gone. Wait, what are your demands? Lin Tianhao's smile grew more enigmatic. Simple, just a few trivial conditions. First, in the Black Abyss, everyone must obey my commands. Second, no one is allowed to steal experience without my permission. Third, all spoils of war belong to me. The arrogant declaration left Murong Shui and the others dumbfounded. What? The crowd murmured, realizing the tricky situation. The Murong Guild needed him, but the price was submission. Lin Tianhao crossed his arms, his gaze full of challenge. Well, just agree, and I'll join immediately. Pang Yu quickly intervened. Captain, don't agree! He's clearly looking down on us! Beside Lin Tianhao, Su Qinger subtly smiled with satisfaction. She seemed very pleased with this drama, she spoke sarcastically. What? Can't accept it? Then go climb the rankings yourself. The whispers rose again, daring to openly challenge the Murong clan. This person was truly extraordinary. He had broken War God Fang's record. Even the mayor had to respect him. A guild member couldn't hold back any longer, his neck veins bulging. Let me teach this brat a lesson. Murong Yu tried to salvage the situation, his voice full of restraint. All right, don't forget why we're here today. He turned to Lin Tianhao, forcing a smile. If Brother Lin has no intention of forming a team, then there's no need to tease each other further. Lin Tianhao replied nonchalantly, his eyes sharp. It's nothing, I just don't like teams that use power to poach members. The words were like a slap, leaving Murong Yu stunned, and Murong Shui behind him couldn't hide her anger. Veins bulged on his forehead. Murong Yu warned in a low voice. You've only just ranked first in the Winter Abyss. I advise you not to be too complacent. Be careful not to celebrate too soon. With that, he coldly turned his back and left the atmosphere as tense as a drawn bowstring. Su Qinger waved her hand dismissively, as if shooing away an annoyance. Hurry up and leave. Murong Shui looked back, her eyes burning with hatred. Lin Tianhao. I'll remember you. Meanwhile, the troublemaker was lazily stretching. Let's go, Lin Tianhao said, his tone completely nonchalant. If we enter the Black Abyss 2 more times, we should be able to reach level 10. But then, a chilling surge of killing intent suddenly came from behind. Why do I feel such a creepy sensation? Su Qinger and Li Shui's fury erupted. You never intended to join them, did you? You even tricked us. I thought you were just an ungrateful and cold-blooded person. Lin Tianhao broke out in a cold sweat, hastily waving his hands. You two, listen to my explanation first. A piercing scream echoed throughout the snowy mountains. The 2 girls dusted off their hands and left, leaving Lin Tianhao sprawled on the ground. We're going to resupply. See you back here later. Lin Tianhao sat up, rubbing his bruised body. A notification panel appeared, counting down the cooldown for the next portal entry. It hurts so much. How could they be so ruthless? It's still over an hour until we can enter. I should find a place to rest first. He looked towards the distant mountain range, deciding to put everything aside for now. In the quiet forest, Lin Tianhao felt a new power. The experience from defeating the Qilin helped me reach level 6 just in time. He opened his status panel, his eyes fixed on the new summon slot. That's right. I still don't know the abilities of the Qilin I obtained. A thought flashed. If that's the case, the ground trembled as the blue magic circle glowed brightly. Lin Tianhao shouted, his voice echoing through the forest. Heed my summon! Qilin! A dazzling light erupted from the center of the magic array. It's coming! The light was too intense. forcing Lin Tianhao to raise a hand to shield his eyes. When the light faded, only a faint mist remained. He looked around in confusion, seeing no sign of the summoned beast. The feeling of disappointment quickly turned into panic. Where is my summoned beast? A notification panel appeared. The cold text, like a bucket of cold water, splashed on his face. What's going on? The summoned creature has not yet hatched. Do you want to confirm incubation? Without hesitation, he chose yes. The notification panel updated, displaying a long countdown. 3 days? That long? Lin Tianhao sighed, resigned to the truth. Oh well, I'll just have to wait. Suddenly, remembering the reward, he opened his inventory. That's right. I haven't checked the spoils of war yet. His eyes lit up, full of anticipation. Let's see what I got. But instead of equipment or rare items, what appeared was just a solitary envelope. A letter? A notification panel appeared, confirming the reward. Oh, it's the historical record gift pack. Lin Tianhao received the title, Fastest Man. He was dumbfounded. No way. What does this title mean? Fastest Man? But he quickly brushed aside his confusion. Never mind. Checking the gift pack is more important. A notification panel appeared, showing a chance to randomly receive high-grade equipment, materials, and potions. Lin Tianhao didn't hesitate. Open. 2 chests appeared before him. Let's see what's inside the completion chest first. The first chest opened, revealing Guardian armor and an experience potion. There's a piece of armor, not bad luck. Let's see what's in this chest. The latch of the larger chest sprang open. Lin Tianhao's eyes flashed with surprise. Silver-tier equipment. A frost necklace along with medium-grade experience and recovery potions. To actually get silver-tier equipment was divided into 9 tiers, from no tier to god tier. Silver tier was already a desirable start. Lin Tianhao fiddled with the sparkling crystal necklace. I didn't expect to get silver tier equipment right away. Truly heaven sent. He decisively equipped the new item. A purple glow enveloped his hand. Purple magical energy erupted, engulfing Lin Tianhao's body. Having equipment really makes a difference. His eyes gleamed with confidence and sharpness. New power surged through his veins. The status board appeared, and the stats soared. A new skill, full armament, appeared, enhancing the power of summoned beasts. Lin Tianhao looked at the status board, satisfied. The stats have improved a lot. I still have 2 skill points. Without hesitation, Lin Tianhao poured all his points into the full armament skill. No need to think too much. All in. Fiery red energy erupted. The skill was instantly upgraded to level 3, allowing summoned beasts to double their stats and reduce spirit energy consumption. An aura of power enveloped his body. Upgrade successful. With this, clearing dungeons will save a lot of time. A confident smile appeared on his lips, and Lin Tianhao shifted his focus. Next, upgrade the slime. The level 9 corrupted slime appeared with a terrifying smile. Its power stats listed in detail on the notification panel. The system panel suddenly displayed the message, blood sacrifice required. What is this? Only 6 more levels until evolution. Lin Tianhao was stunned, sweat beading on his forehead. Evolution? It can still evolve? The message, requesting a blood sacrifice for evolution, kept repeating, like a mysterious invitation. Curiosity overcame his astonishment. What will it be like after evolving? Will there be new skills? Let's see. He searched in confusion but found no information. There's no description at all. Lin Tianhao clenched his fist, his eyes gleaming with determination. I'll know once it evolved. His finger decisively pressed the confirm button. A gamble with his own power. A maximum HP bar of 1,100 points appeared, signaling an impending exchange. Life force was mercilessly drained, decreasing to only 500. The sacrifice was successful. From the swirling red energy, a gigantic creature with terrifying pincers emerged. It's here! A fierce swirl of fiery red energy signaled an unusual birth. Lin Tianhao coughed violently, his body almost completely exhausted after the sacrifice ritual. His trembling hand reached towards the vortex, where power was gathering. His eyes widened in astonishment, unable to believe the form gradually materializing. At the Black Abyss Plaza, a voice rang out. It's time for the appointment. Where did Lin Tianhao run off to? Li Shui replied in confusion. You can check his location on the team's control panel. You're right, let me see. The silver-haired girl opened a virtual screen. What is Lin Tianhao doing in the forest? The silver-haired girl decisively threw away the apple core. Let's go find him. Both hurried into the dense forest. Wait for me. In the forest, a surge of crimson aura erupted, obscuring Lin Tianhao's figure. What is that? From within the smoke, a humanoid creature made of red liquid appeared, letting out a clear cry. Lin Tianhao was stunned, his face flushed red upon seeing the new form of his summoned beast. Why isn't she wearing any clothes? The newly evolved creature squinted and smiled, its fiery red eyes sparkling with excitement. It suddenly lunged towards Lin Tianhao, letting out a shrill cry. He flinched in alarm. What the hell are you doing? The crimson creature flew straight into him, and Lin Tianhao only had time to let out a desperate cry. He was completely pinned to the ground by it. The humanoid creature flashed a radiant smile, completely oblivious to its master's awkward situation. Lin Tianhao's face was flushed red, sweat pouring down like rain. He gritted his teeth, trying to suppress his extreme embarrassment. It wrapped its arms around his neck, tilting its head to look at him with an innocent, puzzled expression. Lin Tianhao hastily grabbed its soft body. Hey, he pushed it away forcefully. No matter what, I won't react to a summoned creature. Without hesitation, Lin Tianhao opened the system interface and took out a piece of white cloth. He held it out in front of the creature. Take this. The slime girl stared blankly at the new item, her crimson hands slowly reaching out. The cloth immediately merged into its liquid body, as if absorbed. In the blink of an eye, the cloth transformed into a simple dress, clinging to her body. Lin Tianhao turned his face away, holding his head in embarrassment. This is for you to wear. Raise your hands. Lin Tianhao awkwardly handed the shirt to the slime creature. He clumsily put the shirt on the slime girl, her red tentacles wrapping around him. Doesn't this mean I accidentally became a father? As soon as it was dressed, the slime girl's defense stats immediately increased. Lin Tianhao was astonished. Oh? Can summoned beasts use professional equipment? Perhaps because it's humanoid? He smiled faintly, an idea flashing in his mind. Let's check the new stats of the advanced slime. The information panel appeared. All stats soared. The corrupted slime had evolved into a demonic slime. He analyzed the two new skills, Corrosive Acid Rain and Demonic Embrace. One was an area of effect skill, the other a single target skill, both dealing continuous damage. These two skills seem very powerful. I'll have to try them when I get the chance. Lin Tianhao was excited, while the slime girl still clung tightly to him. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the forest, Li Shui and the silver-haired girl were tracking him. What the hell is Lin Tianhao doing running so deep into this place? The silver-haired girl looked at the tracking map, red dots moving. Lin Tianhao's trace was very close. Keep going, he's right ahead, the silver-haired girl urged, and both sped through the dense foliage. Hiding behind a tree, the silver-haired girl squinted. Found him! Through a gap in the leaves, the sight that met her eyes was Lin Tianhao, embracing a strange red-haired girl. Li Shui ran up, panting. Are we there yet? I'm so tired. Her eyes widened. Her face flushed, as she witnessed the unbelievable sight before her. The silver-haired girl couldn't keep calm and rushed out of cover. Lin Tianhao, what are you doing? Lin Tianhao, startled, turned around, and was stunned. Why? Why are you here? What's wrong? Are we ruining your good time? The silver-haired girl gritted her teeth, fury blazing in her eyes. Cold sweat poured out. Lin Tianhao frozen by the accusation. The silver-haired girl's angry roar echoed through the forest. Lin Tianhao, you weirdo. How was I supposed to know this was a high-grade slime? It's because you didn't explain. The silver-haired girl crossed her arms, still angry. Li Shui, next to her, could only look on awkwardly. Lin Tianhao clutched his head and yelled, Did you even give me a chance? He calmed down and opened a teleportation portal. But why is everyone here? The appointed time is over. If we didn't look for you, how could we enter the dark abyss? The silver-haired girl explained. Her tone somewhat softened. Lin Tianhao scratched his head. I was resting here, so I didn't notice the time. A notification board appeared, confirming that the time to enter the frigid abyss had arrived. The silver-haired girl said decisively. All right, everyone's here, let's go straight in. A blue light enveloped them, teleporting the entire team away. In another place, white snow was stained with dark purple. Monster corpses lay scattered on the ground after a fierce battle. Murong Yu's team stood in the middle of the battlefield. Murong Shui reported, Big brother, we've cleared it, but still found no trace of it. Murong Yu pondered, looking at his reflection on the blade stained with purple blood. His eyes sharpened, full of calculation. Someone has gotten ahead of us. In the middle of the white, purple-stained battlefield, Murong Yu stood stunned, his face filled with disbelief. I can't believe someone got here first. Yu Hang anxiously looked at the captain's back. Big brother, what should we do now? Pang Yu aggressively clenched his fist. No matter who took it, we can just pay a high price to buy it back. A heavy blow landed on Pang Yu's head. Yu Hang snapped. Buy it back? Are you stupid? That's a 1,000-year divine beast. Moreover, this is a secret mission. Do you intend to broadcast it to the whole world? Gong Xiaolan flipped through her book, frowning. Could another guild have stolen it? Everyone shut up, Murong Shui growled, cutting short the chaotic argument. Her eyes were sharp, full of conviction. A bunch of idiots. It must have been taken by some wanderer team. Wanderer is a term for free players who don't belong to any guild, she continued to analyze, fragments of information floating in her hand. No other guild has the fragments, so they couldn't have known that Qilin had awakened. Murong Shui's emerald eyes flashed. Unless a team that was already in the abyss happened to encounter it and defeated it. Murong Yu swung his sword, agreeing. Little Shui is right. The abyss shows signs of instability. The divine beast awakened earlier than expected. Besides our Golden Lion Guild, no one could have known beforehand. He clenched his fist, his expression grim. The divine beast is dead. The abyss's difficulty is about to skyrocket. Who exactly defeated it? Murong Shui stepped closer, her eyes cold. Brother, if someone else took it, there aren't many teams that just left the abyss. We can just kill them all and take it back. In her mind, the image of an old enemy appeared, especially that arrogant brat. No, Murong Yu firmly rejected. The Golden Lion Guild does not kill innocent people. He looked into the distance, his voice lowered, full of caution. Furthermore, whoever can defeat a hidden boss is certainly not weak. Murong Yu narrowed his eyes. A name suddenly flashing in his mind. Could it be the summoner who just broke the record? Lin Tianhao? But he turned around, decisively ordering the team. Enough. We'll report to headquarters first, then decide later. Mirong Shui's eyes still showed unwillingness, but the captain's order was absolute. Follow me. Back to the guild. Mirong Yu's sword plunged into the cold snow, activating an ancient magic. A brilliant blue pillar of light enveloped the entire team, and the space around them began to distort and warp. The light vanished. Only the desolate white snow remained. The traces of battle and those who had just left had disappeared. Scene change. In another equally cold place, someone was rubbing their hands to warm them. It's still freezing out here. Su Dinger led the way, her face full of impatience. Lin Tianhao and Li Shui followed behind. Let's go faster this time. Lin Tianhao could only sigh wearily, looking at the girls back ahead. Sigh. There she goes with that princess attitude again. All three ventured deep into a gloomy forest, where sunlight couldn't penetrate the dense foliage. A giant dark shadow with glowing red eyes blocked their path. Su Dinger smiled combatively. This is where the first mutated demon wolf appeared. Let me warm up with you. In the dense bushes, an even greater danger lurked. Su Dinger's aura erupted. Her wolf ears perked up, sharp claws emerging amidst a surge of azure magic. Prepare to taste this lady's claws. Not just one, but an entire pack of demon wolves rushed out from the shadows, their growls echoing through the forest. Li Shui screamed in terror, unable to believe her eyes. What? 5 demon wolves? Lin Tianhao was stunned by the sudden change. Did the number of monsters at the first spawn point increase 5-fold? But Su Dinger merely sneered, charging straight into the wolf pack. So what if there are 5? Watch me take them all out in one blow. Her eyes were sharp, and she growled her teammate's name. Li Shui! Li Shui immediately responded, her eyes firm. I'm ready. A magical melody rang out. Li Shui unleashed a surge of enhancement energy, notes of light enveloping her. Blue energy enveloped the wolf pack, binding them for a moment. Su Dinger seized the opportunity. Perfect timing. A single, devastating blow struck. The demon wolves howled in pain as they were torn apart. Su Dinger's eyes flashed with smugness. Too easy. Lin Tianhao was astonished by her power. Su Dinger's damage after enhancement is nearly 400 per hit. Truly worthy of a combat class. But in his eyes, a flicker of doubt appeared. Su Dinger brushed her hand, her sharp claws still imbued with dark energy. No matter how many there are, I'll deal with them one by one. Lin Tianhao looked at the scattered wolf corpses, his heart full of questions. But why are there more demon wolves? Is it a coincidence? Or, seeing him still hesitating, Su Dinger turned back and urged, Hey, Lin Tianhao, hurry up! Lin Tianhao clenched his fists, his eyes resolute. Just reach the next respawn point and the truth will be clear. The group continued their journey, venturing deeper into the desolate, gloomy land. Lin Tianhao suddenly stopped. A premonition telling him danger was lurking. Something isn't right here. Su Dinger growled, her claws sharp. Li Shui, just keep buffing. I'm enough to clear this place myself. Li Shui quickly tried to calm her. Calm down. A thought flashed through Lin Tianhao's mind, stunning him. The ground shook violently. A terrified scream echoed from behind. What is this? Su Dinger immediately took a defensive stance, shielding her teammates. Stay calm. The snow beneath their feet suddenly burst open, and a giant dark shadow emerged. A gigantic demonic wolf, shrouded in evil energy, charged straight towards them. Lin Tianhao realized with horror that they had fallen into a prearranged trap. They were hiding under the snow. This is a hunting formation. Looking down from above, the entire team was surrounded on all sides by a massive horde of monsters. Li Shui panicked. There are too many. What should we do? Amidst the encirclement, Lin Tianhao remained calm enough to analyze. These attacks are no longer random like before. Could it be they've gained intelligence? A wolf was sent flying, its body torn apart in midair. The impact knocked both girls away. Su Dinger struggled to her feet. Get up quickly. A powerful aura suddenly erupted from Lin Tianhao's body. His eyes glowed with a red light, murderous intent surging. The real battle had just begun. From within the smoke, a colossal entity appeared. Its purple eyes glowed brightly, and a dark aura enveloped Lin Tianhao. At the same time, in another corner of the battlefield, Su Dinger held Li Shui tightly as they faced death. We're doomed. The giant wolf's sharp fangs lunged forward, mere inches from the two girls. But Lin Tianhao merely smirked, a smile full of confidence and defiance. Amidst the wolf pack's encirclement, he swung his hand, initiating an ancient ritual. Summon. Fiery red energy exploded around his body. Lin Tianhao's eyes gleamed with an eerie light. Corrupted slime. Suddenly, in a distant place, a colossal tower began to shake. A spatial gate at its peak glowed with an eerie light. The nearby guards panicked. What's happening? The ground! It's shaking! A man yelled, sensing the abnormality. Horror was evident on his face, signaling an impending catastrophe. Look, there's movement at the entrance. The crowd pointed towards the gate, where energy was gathering. The gate spewed out shattered body parts. A faint cry for help was drowned out. Save. Me. The hellish scene stunned the witnesses. Oh my god, what the hell is going on? Fear enveloped them. No one understood the nightmare before their eyes. A soldier collapsed, blood gushing from the corner of his mouth. He gasped in despair. The abyss! It's erupting! The guard was stunned, his hand trembling on his fallen comrade. What? What do you mean erupting? What the hell is an abyssal eruption? Horror spread. No one could comprehend the unfolding tragedy. A chilling notification appeared. Professional killed in action. Teleporting to the Hall of Oblivion. Countdown. 5. A scene of devastation stretched out. How can this be? Everyone is dead. In midair, a swirling gate of death consumed all hope. From the deep pit, countless skulls were spewed out like a rain of white bones. More bones! The crowd panicked and fled, but the rain of death had already poured down upon them. Suddenly, a colossal system screen appeared, signaling an even more terrifying omen. What the hell is this? The abyss's difficulty has changed. Blood-red text appeared. Difficulty set to Nightmare. Quick, report to the mayor. The dark abyss has erupted. The guard's terrified scream echoed through the comms, filled with despair and fear. Amidst the encirclement of demonic wolves, Lin Tianhao stood firm, a fiery red aura swirling around his body. He raised his hand, his eyes sharp and cold. Summon, corrupted slime. A giant wolf lunged forward, its jagged jaws ready to devour him. Lin Tianhao smirked, even with death looming. A fiery red energy shield blocked the attack. From behind him, two colossal figures rose, bringing with them the terrifying pressure of the abyss. The corrupted slime had appeared. The monsters fell in droves, their bodies disintegrating under a crimson aura of killing intent. A giant's eyes gleamed with terror. Continuous damage eroded their life force. The battlefield was littered with wolf corpses. Not a single one could withstand this destructive energy. From above, a figure slowly descended, enveloped by crimson tentacles. The monsters looked up, stunned. Lin Tianhao walked casually, a proud smile on his face. The red slime creature wrapped around him, exuding a deadly aura. Su Qinger and Li Shui were stunned by the overwhelming power. He's too strong. Unbelievable. He turned, his gaze sharp. Both of you, fall back. Both immediately retreated as ordered. Then we're counting on you. Good luck. Despite their trust, they couldn't help but worry. Why do these monsters seem stronger than before? Will Lin Tianhao be okay alone? Lin Tianhao faced an entire army of monsters alone. The real battle was about to begin. He smirked provocatively. Come at me. I'll beat you so bad your own mothers won't recognize you. Provoked, the giant monsters roared furiously, charging straight ahead. The ghost wolves also howled wildly, bearing sharp fangs and claws as they attacked. A wolf lunged to bite, but was blocked by a red slime arm. The slime arm transformed into a sturdy shield, blocking the vicious bite. Lin Tianhao commanded, his voice full of power. Slime! Hold them back! The slime transformed into a crimson spear, tearing through the air towards the shadow monster. The ghost wolf let out a fierce roar, its red eyes blazing. It bit and clawed frantically, but the fresh red liquid seemed indestructible. From afar, Li Shui panicked. What do we do? The captain is being attacked from both sides. The Wolf King and normal ghost wolves are on completely different levels. Lin Tianhao is really in danger. But Lin Tianhao remained unfazed. Slime, defend. As ordered, the red liquid mass enveloped his body, forming a perfect defense. The ghost wolves charged in, only to be submerged in a sea of corrosive liquid. Their agonizing screams echoed. Su Qinger and Li Shui froze, unable to believe the sight before them. No, critical damage continuously erupted. The flesh of the ghost wolves was mercilessly corroded. Li Shui cheered excitedly. Look, they're losing blood. That's right. The slime's mucus is corrosive. Those two wolf kings are done for. A wolf king roared in despair, trying to escape the deadly trap. With terrifying strength, it tore through the slime layer. The two girls' faces were once again filled with horror. Impossible. The ghost wolf broke free, its purple mane flaring with rage, ready for a counterattack. Surrounded, Lin Tianhao merely smirked. Now it's starting to get interesting. At the same time, on another front, the situation was becoming critical. What do we do? The defense line is about to break. Keep healing me. Two purple-skinned giants roared, charging straight towards Lin Tianhao, determined to crush the obstruction. A devastating punch landed squarely on the purple-skinned giant's chest. Be careful, they're breaking through. Li Shui screamed in panic as she saw the monsters swarming in. The slime shield buckled under continuous attacks from both monsters and ghost wolves. They're coordinating again? It seems these guys actually have intelligence. Lin Tianhao muttered, his eyes sharp. The two giants simultaneously swung their weapons, putting all their strength into the fragile defense. Be careful! Li Shui shrieked, about to rush forward, but an arm held her back. Su Qinger growled, What are you doing? Are you crazy? But what about Lin Tianhao? Li Shui looked desperately towards the battlefield. I'll figure something out. Su Qinger gritted her teeth, her eyes gleaming with determination. She pulled Li Shui away, her face hardening with a difficult decision. With trembling hands, Su Qinger pulled out a crimson potion. Damn it! Do I really have to use this? Item. Vitality Potion, Turbid. Increases physical stats for 1 minute, but afterward will suffer double damage. A double-edged sword. Screw it. With no other choice, she brought the potion to her lips. But then, a calm voice echoed from the eye of the storm. Slime, that's enough. Make your move. A crimson vortex erupted from the center, throwing everything back. What's happening? The monsters shrieked in despair as they were torn to shreds by the slime's energy storm. Li Shui and Su Qinger were speechless, unable to believe their eyes. The zombies were blown away. The red vortex swept across the battlefield, leaving behind a devastated void. In the eye of the storm, the red humanoid creature extended gruesome tentacles, enveloping Lin Tianhao. His eyes flashed with a brilliant red light. A terrifying aura of killing intent spread. His hand rose, absorbing dark power, and then clenched. Skill. Devil's Embrace. The red creature shot forward like an arrow, tearing through the zombie Wolf King and the purple-skinned monster in an instant. Horrific damage appeared. It crushed the Wolf King's skeleton, giving the prey no chance to regenerate. Bones shattered, turning to dust. System notification. Zombie Wolf King has been eliminated. Experience gained. Witnessing the scene, Li Shui and Su Qingge cheered with joy. The surviving purple-skinned monster trembled, stammering in horror. He actually crushed a level 10 zombie Wolf King with his bare hands? It whimpered fearful sounds, its body shriveling. It grabbed the hammer, intending to take a desperate gamble. The ground trembled as it exerted its strength, but another monster of the same kind rushed in from behind. It embraced its comrade, preventing a meaningless act of self-destruction. The two purple-skinned monsters merged into one, purple demonic energy surging. The fusion skill was activated, Rotten Hammer Storm. They began to spin, creating a deadly vortex right on the ground. The vortex grew larger and larger, transforming into a colossal pillar of dark energy, ready to crush everything in its path. Lin Tianhao was stunned by the unbelievable sight. What the hell? A zombie tornado? Su Qinger realized the deadly danger. A fusion skill? Lin Tianhao won't be able to withstand it. Fear surged, and she screamed. Lin Tianhao, be careful! The death vortex roared, devouring space. Suddenly, a crimson figure rushed forward, embracing Lin Tianhao tightly. The red creature was swept into the eye of the storm along with him. Lin Tianhao was shocked to recognize his savior. Slime. Slime's body was torn apart by the wind blades, taking the full brunt of the damage. Each piece of its body disintegrated in the devastating storm. Slime used itself as a shield, absorbing the fatal attack. Lin Tianhao gritted his teeth, helpless. The vortex dissipated, leaving Lin Tianhao and the remnants of slime on the ground. He muttered in despair. Damn it, one more hit and I'm done for. Li Shui collapsed, in extreme panic. What are we going to do? But Su Qinger was different. Her eyes blazed, her hand clutching the potion. Lin Tianhao, I haven't given you permission to die yet. Without hesitation, Su Qinger emptied the bottle of elixir. A gamble of life and death. A furious flame erupted, engulfing her body. Wild power surged, tearing through all limits. In the sea of fire, a pair of blazing red eyes opened, filled with killing intent and primal instinct. Li Shui realized in horror. Su Qinger? Su Qinger's body transformed violently, turning into a bear spirit form. Sharp claws, explosive power. A giant white-furred paw slammed onto the ground, shaking the entire battlefield. The purple energy stream that was constricting Lin Tianhao was suddenly blocked by a new power. Li Shui was speechless before the colossal bear standing before her. A bear. The terrifying pressure emanating from the new creature was unbearable for Li Shui, and she fainted. The giant white bear stood there, majestic and terrifying, shielding the unconscious girl. In her new form, Su Qinger felt unprecedented power. I can't believe the elixir helped me reach the white bear form. Within the energy vortex, Lin Tianhao was still held captive. The white bear's eyes gleamed with determination. I must save him. Blue icy energy erupted, and the white bear charged forward like a blizzard. Its furious roar echoed, drowning out all other sounds. Lin Tianhao was stunned, not understanding what was happening. Why is there another monster? Slime, retreat! The crimson creature shielded Lin Tianhao, its eyes gleaming with vigilance. The purple energy vortex roared madly, tightening its grip on him. Damn it, I can't break free! From above, a ghostly black shadow swooped down, carrying the breath of death. Amidst the deadly vortex, Lin Tianhao despaired. It's over. Today's my last day. But the pain didn't come. The young man was stunned, then realized something in shock. Slime's protective membrane still enveloped him, completely unharmed. I'm okay. A familiar call rang out, pulling Lin Tianhao from his astonishment. Lin Tianhao! It was Su Qinger, in her white bear form, fighting. Su Qinger? The girl's voice rang out urgently. What are you standing around for? Attack them! Lin Tianhao's eyes sharpened. Dark power surged. Demonization. The crimson liquid mass exploded, transforming into giant, grotesque tentacles. Witnessing the strange power, Su Qinger was stunned. Is this Lin Tianhao's power? The red tentacles lashed out like steel whips, making the purple-skinned monsters stagger. But they didn't give up. The energy gathered again. Su Qinger shouted, Lin Tianhao, hurry! They're about to do it again! The white bear let out an angry roar, charging forward. Lin Tianhao merely smirked. You think I'll let you use the same trick twice? Slime! At its master's command, the slime mass transformed into sharp blades, ready to tear through everything. The blazing red blades from the slime shredded the bodies of the purple-skinned monsters. A bloody massacre unfolded in the blink of an eye. Lin Tianhao's eyes were sharp, controlling his living weapon with deadly precision. The attack swept through, leaving nothing but dissipating energy trails and the remnants of the enemies. Excellent! We finally destroyed them! The white bear's triumphant roar echoed, but the joy didn't last. The bear's eyes rolled back, sweat pouring out. A fierce pain struck. Lin Tianhao breathed a sigh of relief. Right, good thing Su Chinger arrived just in time, he smirked, looking smug. Otherwise, I would have been dead too. But why have I never seen her transform into a bear before? Su Chinger. He turned, surprised. Her health bar plummeted. Repercussion. It's here. The giant bear's body convulsed, writhing in extreme pain. What's going on? Lin Tianhao was stunned to see her body transform. The bear form disintegrated, and she collapsed onto the snow. He rushed over. Su Chinger! He caught her as she returned to human form, her health bar a mere 10 points. Blood seeped from the corner of her lips. Only 10 HP left? Wouldn't one hit kill her? Without a second's hesitation, he pulled out a healing potion. Don't worry, I'll give you some medicine. He knelt down, gently offering her the potion. The warm light of the potion enveloped them both. In Lin Tianhao's arms, Su Chinger slowly regained consciousness, her body bare after the fierce battle. A tear rolled down her cheek. Lin Tianhao breathed a sigh of relief. Phew, she's okay now. But then, a strange sensation came from his palm. What is this? So soft? The moment he realized, his face flushed. This. Su Chinger's emerald eyes fluttered open, her weak voice speaking. Lin Tianhao? Caught red-handed. Lin Tianhao's nose bled profusely. She looked at him, her voice full of doubt. What are you doing? The misunderstanding reached its peak. Her face flushed with anger and embarrassment. Ah, you pervert. A mighty shove. He fell backward, stammering explanations. Oh my God, I've been wronged. He lay sprawled on the ground, completely losing control of the situation. A powerful aura erupted. Su Chinger transformed in a fit of rage. Her roar echoed. Lin Tianhao, standing before him now, was a wolf-eared maiden. She pointed directly at his face, her voice threatening. You did it, not me! If you dare breathe a word to anyone, I'll kill you! Lin Tianhao froze. Despite her growling, her face was flushed with embarrassment. Asterisk. Wait, is Su Chinger embarrassed? Asterisk. She grabbed his collar, growling. Did you hear me? He quickly waved his hands. All right. I didn't see anything. She flung her hand, pushing him away. Her sharp gaze swept over him. Watch your mouth or else. Lin Tianhao broke out in a cold sweat. This threat was no joke. Asterisk. She's serious. Asterisk. Su Chinger commanded, her eyes sharp. Go check on Li Shui. Lin Tianhao awkwardly bowed his head. Don't worry, young lady. I'll keep this secret to my grave. The two crossed the cold, snowy forest. They found Li Shui, lying unconscious on the ground, her breathing steady. Lin Tianhao pressed his ear to her chest, his face flushed. Her heart is beating so fast. He shook her awake. Li Shui, wake up! Li Shui slowly opened her eyes. She woke with a start, screaming in horror. Don't eat me! Su Chinger calmly explained. If the monsters wanted to eat you, they wouldn't have left you alive until now. They've all been eliminated. It's safe now, Li Shui asked, bewildered. Really? Lin Tianhao nodded in confirmation. Li Shui burst with emotion, rushing to hug him tightly. Everyone's alive! That's great, Lin Tianhao replied. It's all thanks to Su Chinger arriving in time. She released them, her expression serious. We should quickly discuss what to do next. Lin Tianhao spoke first. I'm sure you've all noticed, the Dark Abyss has become tougher. Su Chinger agreed, her eyes narrowing. That's right. The number of monsters has increased, and their strength is greater than before. Li Shui asked worriedly. So what do we do now? Lin Tianhao made a decisive decision. I think we should leave the Dark Abyss first. The current situation isn't favorable for us. Li Shui and Su Chinger agreed with Lin Tianhao, determined not to take unnecessary risks. I agree. We can't just rush in recklessly. Lin Tianhao nodded, beginning to operate the virtual control panel to exit the dungeon. All right, a notification appeared. Leaving the dungeon early will result in a level penalty. Confirm exit? Lin Tianhao didn't hesitate, pressing confirm, but a cold line of text appeared. Exit failed. The whole group was stunned. Li Shui and Su Chinger were shocked. How can that be? The dungeon notification clearly displayed. Beginner Dark Abyss, Icy Valley Abyss. Recommended level, 1 to 10. Special difficulty, Nightmare. Lin Tianhao couldn't believe his eyes. The difficulty of the Dark Abyss changed again. Li Shui trembled, her voice full of fear. What do we do now? Are we stuck here? Su Chinger reassured her teammates, her tone firm. Don't be afraid. Even if the difficulty increased, this is still just a beginner Dark Abyss. not impossible to overcome. Lin Tianhao looked at the notification, confirming. That's right. The level cap hasn't changed. Only the difficulty has increased. Li Shui was still worried, recalling the recent battle. But even normal monsters were extremely tough. What about the boss fight? Lin Tianhao made a decisive decision. Anyway, let's quickly reach level Des first. Su Qing'er, now in her beast-human form with wolf ears and tail, turned to Li Shui. Li Shui, follow me. Li Shui asked in surprise. Huh? Aren't we going together? Lin Tianhao explained the plan. Splitting up means we won't share experience, so we'll level up faster. I usually don't fight directly, so going with me wouldn't help much. Li Shui understood, waving goodbye. I get it. So we'll meet back here when everyone reaches level 10. The corrupted slime's info panel appeared. Level 15, a formidable opponent. Lin Tianhao mused. My stats are increasing so slowly. Is it because of my class? If only it hatched faster. One more summoned beast would relieve some pressure. A brilliant golden light emanated from the ancient book. I wonder if this book has a way. His eyes lit up. It really does. Amidst the white snow, Lin Tianhao and his summoned beast were surrounded by a pack of wolves. But an even more terrifying enemy had just appeared. Damn it! It's the boss! Lin Tianhao and the red slime creature turned around, on high alert. The giant monster threw its head back and roared, a surge of death energy swirling. The commander of the Wandering Zombie Legion has awakened. Elsewhere, a terrifying avalanche crashed down. Desperate cries for help echoed. A giant, spiked mace slammed down, its shadow engulfing both of them. Li Shui was horrified. No. Li Shui! Su Qing'er screamed, rushing towards her falling friend. She shot forward like an arrow, disregarding the danger. With the skill spirit cat shadow step, Su Qing'er turned into a blur, instantly grabbing Li Shui and escaping the attack. Right where they had just stood, a giant spike erupted from the ground, tearing through the thick snow. In her beastkin form, Su Qing'er panted, clutching Li Shui tightly. Damn it! I'm out of mana! But the danger wasn't over. A giant shadow enveloped both of them, signaling a new enemy. Su Qing'er braced herself, trying to erect a final layer of defense. Though exhausted, her eyes still burned with fighting spirit, but panic was clearly visible on her face. The enemy was too strong, an invisible pressure suffocating her. A devastating attack crushed all resistance. Su Qing'er was sent flying like a fragile leaf. In the nick of time, Lin Tianhao rushed over. Slime! A mass of blood-red liquid shot out, transforming into a sturdy shield blocking in front of the two girls. The slime creature enveloped them, absorbing the full impact of the attack. Lin Tianhao hurried over, asking anxiously, Are you all right? He supported the staggering Su Qing'er. Li Shui was still dazed on the ground. The wound on Su Qing'er's arm was bruised purple. My arm. I can't feel anything anymore. Suddenly, a violent surge of purple energy erupted from a distance, stirring the entire space. Lin Tianhao turned back, his face hardening at the ominous sign. A giant, purplish black foot stomped heavily onto the snow, carrying terrifying pressure. Within the ghostly mist, blood-red eyes slowly opened. A giant appeared, its body towering to the sky. Lin Tianhao gritted his teeth. Be careful. This wandering zombie general is much stronger than before. Its face was now scarred with gruesome marks, an overwhelming evil aura emanating from it. Completely different. Lin Tianhao was stunned by the monster's appearance. It looks like a human. The info panel appeared. Wandering Zombie General, level 20. This enemy can summon wolf packs, inflict rot effects, and its critical weakness is the crystal core on its chest. Su Qing'er, exhausted, said weakly. Lin Tianhao, you can't win against it, run. The giant lunged down from above, carrying destructive power. The ground seemed about to shatter under its leap, but Lin Tianhao did not retreat. There's no running now. He decided to join the fight, shielding the two girls. His eyes sharpened, analyzing the enemy. But even if it's nightmare difficulty, it's still just a beginner boss. He had spotted the vital point. Just crush the crystal on its chest, and there'll be a chance. The demon general was not alone. Zombie wolves lurked around, ready to tear apart anyone who dared to block their path. Lin Tianhao shouted, ordering his summoned creature. Slime, use the demonic dance skill. The blood-red slime dissolved into a stream of liquid, shooting forth with astonishing speed. It transformed into crimson spears, piercing through the obstructing zombie wolves. At the same time, Lin Tianhao activated a skill. Full body armament, energy surged around him. The info panel appeared. The demonic slime had been enhanced. Level 15, stats skyrocketed, possessing a series of deadly skills. The blood-red slime split, transforming into two separate entities in mid-air. They turned into two glowing red scythes, lunging in a pincer attack, aiming directly at the wandering zombie general. The red slime creature transformed into a sharp drill, piercing straight into the enemy's chest with terrifying force. A critical hit. The wandering zombie general's armor shattered, black blood gushing out. A massive damage number appeared, proving the attack's power. Lin Tianhao was stunned. What? But the monster still stood firm. It swung its weapon in retaliation, a devastating blow sending the tiny slime creature flying. The impact shattered rocks and earth. The slime creature was knocked far away, disintegrating, lying motionless amidst the rubble. The slime creature gradually lost its form, seemingly reaching its limit. Lin Tianhao quickly ordered, "Slime, return." He gritted his teeth, realizing the disparity in strength. This slime isn't good. It's no match for that monster. In the middle of the battlefield, the wandering zombie general let out a savage roar, asserting its absolute dominance. Lin Tianhao quickly flipped through the magic book, his eyes resolute. The accelerated summoning spell I just saw. I have to try it now. He began to chant. A giant magic circle glowed with blue light, energy surging beneath his feet. From within the circle, a pack of demonic wolves charged out, tearing through the boss's minions. But the enemies were too numerous. Lin Tianhao was quickly overwhelmed, and the wolf pack gradually weakened. Damn it! The summoned wolves were torn apart in an instant, and the magical light flickered out. Suddenly, a white figure rushed forward, blocking Lin Tianhao. Her silver hair fluttering in the wind, the girl called out weakly. Lin Tianhao. Blood seeped from the corner of her mouth, her body covered in injuries. Lin Tianhao cried out in shock. Su Qinger! The wandering zombie general raised its weapon, purple demonic energy surging. Below, Lin Tianhao was still chanting, oblivious to the impending attack. The monster's face roared furiously. Lin Tianhao despaired. Damn it, it's too late. At that critical moment, a brilliant golden aura suddenly enveloped Lin Tianhao and the unconscious Su Qinger. The destructive attack struck fiercely, but only left a crack on the ground. Both were safe inside the shield. Lin Tianhao was stunned, reaching out to touch the warm light. What is this? A melody resonated, forming a sturdy defensive dome. It's a defensive aura! Lin Tianhao looked in astonishment at his rescuer, while the wandering zombie general roared in frustration at being thwarted. The girl with the harp spoke urgently. Captain, hurry up. My defensive aura is only level 1. It won't last long. Hurry! Urged by the words, Lin Tianhao focused his entire mind, continuing to complete the unfinished spell. The golden shield began to crack under the monster's power. The defensive shield shattered into pieces. The wandering zombie general's attack once again bore down. The impact sent Li Shui flying, her harp knocked from her hands. Lin Tianhao was also pushed back, but his eyes gleamed with determination. The spell was complete. A small, red creature suddenly appeared, using its flexible body to tightly wrap around the monster's giant hand. Lin Tianhao formed a hand seal, his voice full of power. It's done. The red slime creature grew large, lunging straight at the wandering zombie general's face, catching it by surprise. A blue light flashed. The icy horn charged forward, confronting the fiercely swinging spiked mace. The dazzling light engulfed the wandering zombie general. The surprise attack had hit its mark. Lin Tianhao was stunned, unable to believe his eyes. Did it really work? Amidst the shimmering light, a mythical creature appeared. Its neigh echoed, pure and majestic. The wandering zombie general roared in anger. Before it, Lin Tianhao and the newly summoned creature stood firm, ready for the next battle. Dark energy erupted, enveloping the monster's body. Sharp ice crystals grew, forming a sturdy armor. Su Qinger woke up, her sharp claws digging into the ground. This isn't good! The zombie general has entered its second phase. Lin Tianhao, run! Despite the warning, Lin Tianhao calmly commanded. Qilin, hurry! Beneath the Qilin's feet, cold currents converged, icy power accumulating for the finishing blow. The divine creature charged forward, the horn on its forehead glowing like an icy spear. A heaven-shattering ram. The Qilin plunged straight into the wandering zombie general's ice armor. The sturdy defense shattered like glass before the pure power. The icy horn pierced through the monster's chest, unstoppable. The Qilin shot past, leaving a cold blue streak of light. The wandering zombie general stood frozen, its life slowly fading. Su Qinger was astonished. No way. The boss had 30,000 HP, and it was defeated in one hit? Lin Tianhao called out anxiously. Qilin! He approached, gently stroking the creature that had just saved his life. Are you all right? The Qilin had shrunk, looking gentler. After the battle, the Qilin shrunk, obediently standing beside Lin Tianhao. His hand gently stroked its soft fur, a sense of relief spreading. An information panel appeared, listing the icy Qilin stats. Lin Tianhao couldn't hide his excitement. Amazing. The wandering zombie general has been defeated. You're incredible, Qilin. Suddenly, a humanoid creature made of red liquid hugged him from behind, a gesture full of intimacy. Lin Tianhao smiled, gently patting her. You've worked hard too. If you hadn't helped, we would have been done for. Right. He turned to look at the two girls. Zhang Yanfei spoke, still in shock. Is everyone all right? I can't believe you saved us this time. Is this your new summoned beast? Su Qinger remained silent, while Zhang Yanfei still couldn't believe it. A level 1 summoned beast could defeat the wandering zombie general. That's terrifying. Lin Tianhao scratched his head, looking a bit embarrassed. I didn't know its damage would be that high. Su Qinger, despite her injuries, remained calm and analyzed sharply. The boss is a dark attribute monster, and this Qilin has dual light and ice attributes. Such high damage is definitely due to a tribute counter. Lin Tianhao suddenly understood. So that's how it is. The boss's corpse vanished, leaving a system notification. Congratulations, adventurers, for successfully defeating the wandering zombie general boss. All three were startled when another notification appeared. Evaluating rewards. The evaluation panel appeared with astonishing achievements. Nightmare difficulty, first time clear, one hit kill. Hidden rewards will appear. Lin Tianhao was stunned. What is this? The scene suddenly changed. Lin Tianhao found himself standing alone in a dark, hazy space. A surge of purple energy erupted from the ground, condensing into a strange cube hovering right before him. Item information appeared. Purgatory Cube. Legendary quality. Exclusive equipment for summoners. But the stats were incredibly strange. Lin Tianhao held the cube in his hand, his eyes full of doubt. No, why does this legendary equipment have negative attack and defense stat? Lin Tianhao's eyes widened in shock. Wait, this is Purgatory Cube. Can seal enemy souls, summon them to battle, and even attach the souls of the dead to summon beasts. Summoning souls to fight? And attaching the souls of the dead to summoned beasts? What is this? He still couldn't believe his eyes. Suddenly, a beam of purple light descended from the sky. Dark energy surged into the cube in Lin Tianhao's hand. His eyes gleamed with understanding. This power. A notification appeared. Nightmare level leader soul +1. The face of the zombie boss appeared inside the cube. The zombie leader's soul is in? It seems souls can be collected a while after battle. A smug smile spread across his face, but his joy was short-lived. As a giant white wolf suddenly lunged, bearing sharp fangs and claws, the wolf pinned him to the ground. Amidst his panic, he recognized the familiar silver hair. Su Qing'er, in human form, sat on him, a mischievous smile on her face. Did I scare you? I thought it was another monster. Wait, aren't you a spirit cat? How did you turn into a wolf? Lin Tianhao was still reeling. You think you're the only one with hidden equipment? I have one too. She held up a shimmering feather. Epic equipment exclusive to druids. Phoenix Feather. Doubles attack power and agility. Wait, your attack and agility are doubled? It's clearly just epic grade equipment. How does it seem even better than mine? Furthermore, it doubles transformation duration and unlocks new transformation forms. Ice Wolf, Brown Bear, and even Phoenix Warrior. Lin Tianhao was still stunned. Phoenix Warrior? What the hell is that? I don't know either. But because of the side effects, it can't be used carelessly. The battle just ended, so it's best not to use it. Su Qing'er explained as she turned away. Suddenly, a familiar voice called out to both of them. Lin Tianhao and Su Qing'er turned around together. A brown-haired girl in a witch's outfit appeared, accompanied by a small spirit radiating purple light. Both were surprised by the sudden appearance. What is that? The girl joyfully exclaimed. Lin Tianhao! Su Qing'er! From now on, I can protect both of you too! The small spirit perched on the brim of the hat, radiating mystical, magical energy. The witch smiled proudly. The new equipment I received seems quite powerful. An information panel appeared. Sakran's magic hat, a rare piece of equipment. Lin Tianhao wondered. Sakran? Who is that? I've never heard the name. Me neither. After we finish this dungeon, let's go back to school and ask a teacher, Su Qing'er suggested. The hat has a passive effect. Summons a guardian spirit, triples magic effects, and automatically attacks. Lin Tianhao stared at the small spirit. Could that be Sakran? The purple spirit looked smug. Lin Tianhao thought to himself, this passive effect is truly astonishing. He looked at the cube in his hand, feeling ashamed. Compared to this, my Purgatory Cube is much weaker. The group gathered. The red slime creature and the white unicorn had also returned to Lin Tianhao's side. The slime creature wrapped around his shoulder. His hand stroked the unicorn, his face beaming. Good thing you're here, otherwise we'd be done for. Lin Tianhao was bewildered by his teammates' commotion. So soft. You're really soft, the brown-haired witch exclaimed, trying to pet the unicorn that was hiding behind Su Qing'er. Hey, why won't you let me touch you a little? Lin Tianhao spoke up. All right, let's get out of here first. The difficulty of the abyss suddenly increased. I don't know what happened. Su Qing'er huffily crossed her arms. Without hesitation, he chose exit. A dazzling pillar of light enveloped the group, preparing to transport them. The teleportation energy swirled, pulling them out of the dangerous space. They returned to the real world. Before the teleportation gate, several figures gradually appeared. The crowd outside was stunned. Someone's coming out. That's so beautiful. Damn it, are we really getting to see this scene? A young man's face flushed, his eyes sparkling with heart shapes. So beautiful, like a goddess. Lin Tianhao had no idea what was happening. He turned his head, searching for the cause of the commotion. Before his eyes, the unicorn had vanished. In its place was an unparalleled beauty, with icy blue hair, radiating a divine aura. Lin Tianhao's nosebleed gushed uncontrollably. The girl spoke in a graceful voice. Master, do you not recognize me? He stammered, his face as red as a jackfruit. You are the unicorn? At the same time, elsewhere, a student rushed over to report. Teacher, it's not good. The professor snapped, his face tense. What happened? Speak slowly. Someone just escaped from the chaotic abyss, the student panted, reporting. Is anyone injured? The professor didn't hesitate, his gaze sharp. You few, follow me. There's no time to waste. He gripped the student's hand tightly, his urgency evident. No injuries. They're alive. Hearing the report, the professor was stunned. What? Before them, shimmering magical shields appeared, signaling the arrival of Lin Tianhao's group. The unicorn, in the form of a peerless maiden, bowed before Lin Tianhao. "Greetings, master." Lin Tianhao was utterly flustered, waving his hands frantically. Don't come over here." The Qiling girl looked bewildered, her voice full of grievance. "Master, do you not need me anymore?" Lin Tianhao was flustered. "Just say what it is. You don't have to do anything." The witch nudged Su Qinger, her face full of delight. "Qinger, are you seeing what I'm seeing?" Su Qinger didn't answer, her sharp gaze fixed on the scene before them. Rage flared. Her wolf ears perked up, sharp claws emerged. "Lin Tianhao." Her voice was a low, threatening growl. Lin Tianhao slumped to the ground, his face crumpled in a pout. The witch smiled. "Lin Tianhao, are you all right? Do you want me to use healing magic?" Healing light enveloped Lin Tianhao. He cried and complained. "Li Shui is still the best Hilda, unlike that old hag. So violent." The witch just smiled gently. "It's nothing. It's normal for teammates to help each other." Su Qinger sulkily pulled the Qiling girl's hand. Her wolf tail swished in annoyance. Lin Tianhao could only stare blankly after them. Lin Tianhao noticed the Qiling girl's unusual expression. "Qiling? What's wrong?" In the distance, a group of people with imposing demeanor approached. Leading them was an old man with silver hair. The old man's face exuded an undeniable aura of authority. "It's the principal." The appearance of the man named Feng Yun made the atmosphere tense. "Feng Yun? What's he doing here?" "Trouble has arrived." Contrary to the tension, the witch innocently waved and called out loudly, "We're here." The principal's group stopped, bewildered by the unexpected call. A surge of killing intent erupted. Su Qinger transformed into her beast form, her eyes full of hostility, ready to charge into battle. The principal paused, seemingly having sensed the unusual energy. While hiding, two unfamiliar figures suddenly appeared. The bearded man gestured for silence. "Shh, don't let them find us." But it was too late. Su Qinger, in her beast human form, immediately attacked. "Who are you?" Lin Tianhao hurriedly intervened. Calm down. That's my homeroom teacher." The student accompanying the teacher could only offer an awkward laugh at the embarrassing situation. The Qiling girl was still bewildered. The homeroom teacher questioned Lin Tianhao. "Class monitor, what's going on here?" To put it simply, the Dark Abyss is in chaos. Countless people are dead and injured. The teacher's gaze turned sharp, his words full of hidden meaning. "And it seems the culprit might just be you." Lin Tianhao froze at the unexpected accusation. "Huh? Me?" The teacher grabbed Lin Tianhao's shoulder, his eyes scrutinizing. "This summoned beast. Did you form a contract with it in the Dark Abyss?" Lin Tianhao admitted blankly.
Yes. How did you know?
The teacher's face turned pale. He muttered in despair. "You really did form a contract, and even hatched it. That old man, you've ruined me." He shook the student's shoulder vigorously, his voice panicked. "Kid, you're done for." Lin Tianhao was equally panicked. "What the hell? What do we do now?" A cold voice echoed from behind them. Two dark figures with glowing red eyes appeared. "We found you." Lin Tianhao felt a chill run down his spine. Immediately, the entire group was surrounded by men in black suits, with no escape route. The imposing principal stepped forward and decisively waved his hand, giving an order. "Seize them!" The subordinates rushed forward simultaneously, tightening the encirclement. The homeroom teacher was stunned by the scene. "Who are you?" The principal glanced at him, his voice cold. "Why are you here? Step aside." The principal questioned Teacher Ji, his expression stern. "Teacher Ji, explain this to me. Aren't they still students of our school?" Lin Tianhao was stunned to realize the unexpected relationship between the two. "Junior brother? The homeroom teacher and the principal are fellow disciples?" The principal delivered a cruel verdict. "From this moment on, they are no longer students. I declare Lin Tianhao, Su Qinger, and Li Shui expelled." The entire group was stunned by the sudden decision. Li Shui couldn't believe her ears. "No way." The declaration was repeated, firm and allowing no resistance. "I said, expelled," Su Qinger roared, her eyes blazing. "On what grounds?" "On the grounds that I am your principal." The principal snarled, his gaze sharp. Su Qinger was stunned. "You!" Lin Tianhao stood in front of Su Qinger and questioned him directly. "Principal, expelling us without an investigation. Don't you think that's unreasonable?" Teacher Ji also stepped forward, unfazed. "That's right, junior brother. Even as principal, you cannot arrest people without cause," Teacher Ji emphasized. "Furthermore, he is a once-in-a-century S-rank genius. How could you bear to expel such a promising student?" But the principal was unyielding and pushed Teacher Ji's hand away. "Get out of the way, you fool! Today, I must take them." The principal's face showed clear urgency. "If we don't hurry, it will be too late." The tense standoff was interrupted. An unexpected voice rang out. "Wait." The principal paused, seemingly recognizing something. Lin Tianhao's group was all bewildered, not understanding what was happening. A petite figure stepped into the center of the encirclement, followed by two bodyguards radiating killing intent. "So, this is the summoner who cleared the nightmare difficulty? Doesn't look bad at all." A clear yet authoritative voice rang out. Lin Tianhao scratched his head, looking at the unfamiliar girl. "Little girl, who are you?" "Little girl? How dare you? I am Jing Yao, Daughter of the Dupont royal family. The blonde girl puffed out her cheeks, clearly angry. Lin Tianhao frowned in thought. Dupont royal family? Never heard of them. The principal hurriedly bowed. His attitude completely changed. Miss Anne, the suspects have been apprehended. We are preparing to take them for interrogation. And Jingyao waved her hand, her tone allowing no refusal. No need. Release them. The gray-haired bodyguard held up an ancient scroll. This is a teleportation scroll to the abyss. We will take them to the dark abyss. Teacher Ji was horrified. The dark abyss dungeon requires level 20 to 50. Lin Tianhao is only level 10. He'll just die in there. And Jingyao stepped in front of Lin Tianhao, her eyes filled with disdain. You commoner? She lifted her chin, declaring it an irresistible command. I order you to join the DuPont Royal Dark Abyss Expedition Team. Lin Tianhao casually brushed it off. Sorry, I'm not interested. And Jingdao's arrogance shattered, replaced by rage. You commoner. What did you say? The principal hastily intervened, trying to regain control. While I don't want to displease the princess, he is our student. We need to take him back. And Jingdao glared at him, clearly annoyed. I hate being interrupted. The gray-haired bodyguard grabbed the principal's collar. Principal Feng, didn't you already expel them? The old man stammered in response. They are still my students. The expulsion procedures haven't been completed yet. The bodyguard's eyes turned cold, her voice sharp. Principal Feng, are you defying a royal order? The principal broke out in a cold sweat, the invisible pressure from the royal family making him breathless. Li Shui fearfully clutched Lin Tianhao's sleeve, her voice trembling. Captain, what should we do? The principal turned to Lin Tianhao, his voice warning. Lin Tianhao, let me remind you, do you know how many eyes are on you after you cleared the nightmare-level dark abyss? Despite the tense situation, Lin Tianhao maintained a calm expression, only a single drop of sweat rolling down his temple. He stood there, unmoving, facing the powerful figures, and the vest-clad bodyguards quietly closing in from behind. Cornered, Su Qinger and Li Shui stood behind Lin Tianhao, one indignant, the other terrified. Without hesitation, Su Qinger spoke, her eyes firm. I'll join. Lin Tianhao looked directly at the powerful figures, his voice calm. We'll be captured if we stay, so why not take a chance? And Jingdao smirked, a provocative smile on her face. What about you? Teacher Ji hastily tried to dissuade him, his voice urgent. You can't go! That's the abyss of the Dark Rift Valley! It's a death wish! Lin Tianhao's gaze didn't waver. The decision was made. Resolute and cold. I will join. Li Shui, though trembling, was determined to follow. Then I'll join too. A mocking laugh came from Jingdao's direction. The student's choice was just a joke in their eyes. The gray-haired housekeeper ordered the principal, her tone brooking no refusal. Principal Feng, release them. Principal Feng Yun sighed, helplessly giving in. All right, release them. Teacher Ji turned, desperately pleading. No! Junior brother, you must stop them! Feng Yun retorted coldly, his words filled with dissatisfaction. You were the one who stopped me just now. Now they've made their own decision. Teacher Ji was stunned, realizing his efforts to protect them had pushed his students towards death. A swordsman stepped out, his demeanor extraordinary. I am Zuo Sheng, captain of the DuPont Royal Imperial Guard. Zuo Sheng introduced the woman beside him, the ice-faced housekeeper. That is Lucy, the chief housekeeper of the DuPont royal family. Though she has a cold demeanor, she is very strong. Zuo Sheng led the way. The team is formed. Follow me. And Jingdao and Lin Tianhao's group followed suit. A surge of emerald energy erupted, engulfing the entire forest. The space violently vibrated. The entire group was pulled into a teleportation vortex. They landed in a luxurious grand hall. Two maids bowed deeply. Young miss. The group stood in the middle of the splendid room, surrounded by servants and bodyguards. Lin Tianhao looked around, his eyes unimpressed. Is this the royal style? How extravagant. Li Shui felt uneasy, whispering to her friend. Su Qinger, I feel like something's wrong. What's wrong? Sensing danger, both Li Shui and Su Qinger were startled into vigilance. Suddenly, Zuo Sheng and the other bodyguards drew their weapons, surrounding Lin Tianhao's group. What are you doing? And Jingdao flashed a triumphant smile. New students really are easy to trick. Her eyes turned cold as she commanded. Lucy, do it. Crimson tentacles shot out from nowhere, tightly binding Zuo Sheng and the female bodyguard. Both were utterly terrified. A glowing red slime creature materialized behind the female bodyguard, its grotesque eyes gleaming with a deadly gaze. Lin Tianhao faced the mastermind. Young Miss Anne, what are you planning? And Jingdao smirked, her self-satisfied expression unconcealed. So you've realized it? Lin Tianhao remained calm, flicking a finger lightly. His sharp gaze had seen through everything. Suddenly, crimson tentacles from Lucy tightly bound Zuo Sheng and the gray-haired female guard, neutralizing both in an instant. Lin Tianhao calmly explained that he had long noticed the vigilance of Zuo Sheng and the female guard. On the way here, Zuo Sheng's finger was always on his sword hilt, and she was always ready to draw her gun. And Jingdao appeared, unfazed. Indeed, the team that cleared the nightmare dungeon has sharp observation skills, but your summoned beasts already had the upper hand. Why release them? Lin Tianhao looked at the maids brandishing weapons. This is your territory. If we fight, Both sides will be severely wounded, and Jingdao smiled meaningfully. Furthermore, your level far surpasses ours. I just want to say that we are not lambs waiting to be slaughtered. The gray-haired female guard bowed. The princess merely wished to test your strength. Please accept my apologies. The tense drama seemed to conclude. Su Qing'er clicked her tongue in annoyance, while Li Shui remained highly vigilant. Clearly, this explanation was not enough to dispel their suspicions. The female guard extended her hand in invitation. Before you leave, the DuPont royal family has prepared lunch for the three of you. Please follow me. An invitation to a feast with unclear intentions. The group was led into a magnificent hall. But the atmosphere remained heavy with caution. Su Qing'er whispered, worriedly. Lin Tianhao, this royal family doesn't seem trustworthy. We can fight them together. Lin Tianhao reassured her. Even though I acted just now, I guarantee that in this situation, you two would die first. He waved his hand, deciding to move forward. Let's go. We'll see what tricks they're up to. They stepped into a splendid corridor, the walls adorned with ancient paintings. What are these murals? Zuo Sheng, now acting as their guide, explained. That is the history of the DuPont royal family. History, a word that piqued Lin Tianhao's curiosity. And Jingdao began to tell an ancient story. The DuPont royal family has existed for thousands of years, and the founder of the DuPont royal family was a summoner. 1,000 years ago, when the Dark Abyss stirred, the DuPont royal family allied with 3 other royal families to seal it. However, they failed in the final battle. The blonde girl looked at the ancestral portrait, her voice lowering. My great-grandfather's soul shattered. Since then, the summoner's connection to the spirit stone was broken, which is why later summoners were considered useless. And Jingdao turned back, her sharp gaze fixed on Lin Tianhao. And you are the only S-rank summoner to appear in the past 1,000 years. The declaration stunned him. The large doors opened, revealing a lavish dining room that had been prepared. Please enter. Su Qing'er and Li Shui pulled Lin Tianhao's arm, their faces full of worry. So Lin Tianhao, you are their target. Are they planning to sacrifice you to their ancestors? Lin Tianhao dismissed the girl's panic. Sacrifice what? You two read too many novels. The group entered the magnificent banquet hall. The gleaming marble floor, dazzling crystal chandeliers, and sumptuous dining table overwhelmed them. Li Shui and Su Qing'er couldn't hide their astonishment. So luxurious. After sitting down, Lin Tianhao got straight to the point, his gaze fixed on An Jingdao. So, how can I help you? An Jingdao calmly explained her purpose. A hidden dungeon that appears only once every 100 years, the Dark Abyss of the Rift Valley, contains clues about the final battle. And I believe you are the key to finding those clues. She made an attractive offer. Don't worry, although the dungeon's level is very high, with our help, there will be no problem. Of course, the rewards will also belong to you. Zuo Sheng, sitting opposite, suddenly spoke up. These 3 are not weak. They have crystal-grade equipment, and they can clear the dungeon. Lin Tianhao immediately narrowed his eyes, his vigilance rising. How do you know we have crystal-grade equipment? An Jingdao smiled, pointing towards Li Shui. That is one of the holy artifacts of the Storm Royal Sage, and also the most powerful magic hat in the Whirlwind Omen set. Li Shui was stunned, clutching the magic hat in her hands. This magic hat is a sage's holy artifact? And Jingdao gave them no time to think. We'll explain the rest on the way. Since everyone has finished eating, it's time to depart. The group hadn't even collected themselves before being thrown back by an invisible force. Wait, that fast? Beneath Lin Tianhao's feet, a giant purple magic circle suddenly appeared, ancient characters glowing brightly, and Jingdao's voice rang out, decisive and powerful. Lucy. Everyone was drawn into the center of the magic circle. The maid Lucy stepped into the center, her eyes cold. Around her, the shadows of the others stretched long on the floor. Zuo Sheng turned back, a smug smile on his face. Ready? It's starting now. Lucy knelt, a surge of purple demonic energy erupting from her body. In the purple mist, Lucy's eyes flashed with a wild white light. Her human form was disintegrating. A giant magic scroll unfurled from the magic circle, carrying surging spatial power. Li Shui and Su Qing'er only had time to let out a desperate scream as they were swept away by the energy vortex. A pillar of purple light engulfed the entire room, spatial teleportation power erupting violently. Magical light enveloped everything, blurring all images in the grand hall. When the light faded, a colossal spatial gate appeared, revealing a sparkling miniature universe within. The gray-haired female guard bowed. Princess, we will await you on the other side. Her words revealed An Jingdao's true identity. An Jingdao stood before the group, her eyes sharp. Lin Tianhao, are you ready? The princess's abruptness left Lin Tianhao and the 2 girls with him stunned and wary, and Jingdao smirked, purple magical energy swirling around her. You still don't trust us? She turned her back to the gate, her voice full of authority. I don't need to explain how dangerous the situation is, do I? I hope you can see the bigger picture. Facing the mysterious spatial gate, Li Shui asked worriedly. Qing'er, what should we do? Su Qing'er was flustered, beads of sweat on her forehead. She didn't know how to answer. After a moment of thought, Lin Tianhao decisively said, Let's go. Li Shui and Su Qing'er were astonished by his sudden decision. Lin Tianhao turned back, a confident smile on his face. He explained that going with strong people would be more beneficial. Don't worry, I guarantee. His gaze became resolute, his promise ringing out firmly. As long as I'm alive, none of you will be harmed. Lin Tianhao's words made both Li Shui and Su Qing'er blush, their hearts fluttering. The three stepped forward together, facing the dazzling cosmic gate, ready for a new journey. In a solemn hall elsewhere, a bald man rushed in frantically. Big brother, bad news, he reported with a horrified expression. I just received news. Not only was the hidden dungeon, the icy abyss, cleared, but the level 80 boss, Nightmare, was also defeated. The shocking news left both Mirong Shui and the gray-haired man stunned. Impossible. Could it be them? The red-haired warrior slammed the table in rage. They didn't just steal our rewards, they took the Nightmare boss reward too? I'm going to get it back right now. Mirong Yu stood up abruptly, radiating pressure. Enough! We're out of the dungeon. Why are you still causing trouble? Mirong Shui held his arm. But brother, because of Lin Tianhao, the mission failed. Are we just going to let it go? Mirong Shui's face was filled with resentment and unwillingness. Mirong Yu closed his eyes tightly, his face filled with helplessness and conflict. Suddenly, a haughty laugh echoed throughout the grand hall. A strange figure slowly entered. I am pleased that you are so loyal. The person wore strange attire, their face hidden behind a mask, exuding a mysterious and powerful aura. Mirong Yu's group collectively looked up, exclaiming in surprise. Guildmaster! The Guildmaster smiled, a glowing magic scroll in his hand. I'm giving you a chance to atone. This is a teleportation scroll to the hidden dungeon, the Dark Valley Abyss. He threw the scroll towards them, mystical energy spreading. Inside are countless rewards. Whoever survives and returns will see their strength skyrocket. Mirong Yu panicked. Dark Valley Abyss? That's a level 10 to 50 dungeon. The level difference is too great? We can't. The Guildmaster smirked. According to reports, several large guilds and the 4 great royal families will enter to compete. How can the Golden Saint Master Guild be absent? His words struck them like lightning. Mirong Yu's group turned pale, cold sweat pouring out. He admitted, with your current strength, you are indeed not strong enough. However, a sphere of dark energy condensed in his palm. A sinister smile appeared on the masked figure's lips. What if it's like this? A surge of dark energy erupted from the Guildmaster, engulfing the space. Mirong Yu was stunned, sweat pouring out. He couldn't believe the terrifying power exploding before his eyes. The magical vortex roared, devouring everything. Eerie dark figures emerged from the vortex, as if hell itself was opening. In the eye of the storm, the Guildmaster smiled haughtily, holding a crimson rose. Mirong Yu's group was swept away, helpless in the chaotic current. Even Mirong Yu couldn't resist, his body distorted by the spatial pressure. A blinding energy explosion, and all were sucked into the void. Suddenly, Lin Tianhao and his teammates appeared in a barren desert. All three looked around blankly, not understanding what had just happened. So, this place is... Before them was a giant rift, flanked by night statues. The Dark Abyss? A deep, dark canyon, harboring unforeseen dangers. Beside Lin Tianhao, and Jingdao suddenly appeared, smiling. I knew it. You are a wise person. Her smile was full of hidden meaning. It seems the rumors are all true. Lin Tianhao turned around in surprise, completely bewildered by the strange girl's presence. What? And Jingdao gently landed on the rock, a mischievous smile on her face as she faced Lin Tianhao. As for things like legends, she held out a purple card, her face full of confidence. A strange card, containing immeasurable power, was gently handed over. Lin Tianhao was stunned as the information appeared. Shadow Legion Summoning Card, a legendary great item. Something this valuable. You're just giving it directly to me? We can't use it anyway. You might as well use it now to strengthen us. Lin Tianhao gazed thoughtfully at the card in his hand. A life or death decision. He closed his eyes, focusing all his will on the legendary item. The card shattered, releasing a surge of purple arcane energy. Purple light enveloped Lin Tianhao, ancient power being awakened. From within the smoke, 3 female warriors in tight black outfits and mysterious masks appeared. Lin Tianhao blushed, his eyes wide. These figures, they're too hot. The Shadow Legion, an army with deadly beauty and dangerous aura. A stream of nosebleed gushed out uncontrollably. The shock was too great. Lin Tianhao collapsed. Su Qing'er rushed over in a panic. Lin Tianhao! Wake up! You're bleeding too much! Lin Tianhao was dizzy, his nosebleed gushing. This truly is a legendary card. Too terrifying. No, too powerful. He fainted, falling into Su Qing'er's arms. Both were stunned by the terrifying power that had just been unleashed. 2 alluring figures suddenly appeared, kneeling before Lin Tianhao. Master, he stammered. Hey, don't do that. I can't handle it. Suddenly, a strange swordsman appeared. His sharp gaze locked onto Lin Tianhao. A sharp sword strike tore through the air, heading straight for the target, Dragon Wall style. Horizontal slash. The swordsman unleashed a dangerous move, a voice warning. Be careful! Li Shui and Su Qing'er froze, terrified by the sudden attack. 2 bodyguards rushed out to shield Jingdao. Miss, be careful. Lin Tianhao merely smirked, his eyes contemptuous. Typical rookies, can't even recognize that? His amber eyes gleamed with a sharp gaze, as if he had discovered something. A loud noise shook the ground. The group turned around, looking in surprise towards the source of the sound. What? What is that? From within the dust, a fiery hedgehog monster appeared. The swordsman spoke. Mad Demon Hedgehog, a level 30 monster. Li Shui turned pale, terrified by the monster's fearsome level. Level 30? The swordsman remained calm, a mysterious smile playing on his lips. What's the rush? This is just the beginning. On the cliff face, an entire horde of Mad Demon Hedgehogs was scrambling down, signaling the imminent start of a fierce battle. The dark-skinned bodyguard narrowed her eyes, her gaze sharp and resolute. She wouldn't let them pass. She charged straight towards the fiery monster, her twin guns ready to fire. A brutal collision of metal and flesh. Her guns barely managed to stop the monster's charge. Suddenly, the monster's back split open, revealing a grotesque mouth with countless teeth. A blinding light burst from the monster. The bodyguard braced herself, her face showing clear astonishment. A terrifying explosion engulfed everything, throwing both female bodyguards backward. In the dust and smoke, the fiery hedgehog still stood firm. The swordsman was also facing another one. The swordsman swung his sword. A slash carrying a surge of deep blue energy shot forth. At the same time, another fiery hedgehog suddenly closed in on Lin Tianhao from behind. Lin Tianhao didn't flinch, pointing his finger straight ahead. Slime? Attack? At his command, a shadow descended from the sky. The summoned female warrior swung her giant hammer. The hammer struck the monster's head with terrifying force, giving it no chance to resist. Lin Tianhao watched calmly, completely trusting in the power of his newly summoned ally. With just one blow, the fiery hedgehog was split in half, its body disintegrating in light. Behind them, and Jingdao extended her hand, and green healing energy began to gather. The gentle green energy enveloped the injured, soothing burns and restoring vitality. Lin Tianhao narrowed his eyes. Is that a shield? Is she a defensive type? And Jingdao's eyes were half closed, her small hands controlling the flow of healing magic. Suddenly, a surge of crimson evil energy erupted from the ground, signaling a deadly presence, and Jingdao quickly retreated, sensing the approaching danger. The girl turned back, smiling mysteriously. I'm a high-level psychic. Are you curious about me? Lin Tianhao froze. She could read his mind? Behind him, his teammates had stabilized. But Lin Tianhao's mind was still in turmoil. The dark-skinned bodyguard placed a hand on his shoulder. Lin, I know you have many questions, but the most important thing now is to destroy that thing. Lin Tianhao turned back blankly, not understanding what was happening. But then, his eyes widened in horror. What the hell is that? A colossal shadow blotted out the sky, its eyes glowing red like embers, staring down at its prey. A roar tore through the air. The level 30 elite Boar King, an enemy on a completely different level. It's a level 30 elite monster. To defeat it, adventurers must be at least 5 levels higher. The beast charged, shaking the ground. Only one thought remained in Lin Tianhao's mind. Is it too late to run now? The bearded swordsman drew his sword, the steel glinting coldly. A full-force slash struck the colossal beast. The clang of metal echoed. The gray-haired bodyguard didn't stand still either. She flew into the air, unleashing a barrage of bullets from her twin pistol. The bullets embedded themselves in the Boar King's steel-hard barbed fur, sparking but utterly useless. And Jingdao joined the fray. Brilliant magical flames erupting from her hands. A colossal fireball engulfed the monster in a sea of flames. Lin Tianhao watched from a distance, witnessing the relentless but futile coordinated attack. After the smoke cleared, the Boar King still stood tall, its health bar barely diminished. Lin Tianhao frowned. At this rate, it'll take 2 hours to kill it. His eyes showed doubt and worry. Is it so strong that even the royalty is helpless? Sweating profusely, the bearded swordsman admitted in helplessness. I can't cut through it. The bearded swordsman turned, his gaze fixed on Lin Tianhao. As you can see, our attacks are useless. That's why we called you here. Because of them? And Jingdao smiled meaningfully. To kill a defensive monster like this, there's only one way: break through its defenses. In the desert, the attacks of the bearded swordsman and the dark-skinned female bodyguard were merely scratching the Boar King. Its hide was as hard as steel, completely unyielding. Lin Tianhao suddenly understood. He had seen through the monster's weakness. I get it. The Shadow Army can slip into any crack. If they can penetrate the Boar King's hide, they can kill it from the inside. And Jingdao confirmed, placing all her hope in him. That's right. So Lin Tianhao, only you can kill it here. The situation grew increasingly critical. The 2 frontline warriors were exhausted, being pushed back by the monster. Princess, we can't hold on any longer. And Jingdao explained the difficulty of this tactic, a spiritual challenge that even her grandfather struggled to perform. But changing the form of the Shadow Army requires immense spiritual power. Even my grandfather back then could only... Lin Tianhao's gaze became resolute. The burden weighed on his shoulders, but he didn't flinch. I understand. An aura of power erupted fiercely. Lin Tianhao summoned his most elite allies, preparing for the finishing blow. Su Qinger, Li Shui, You two provide support for me. Su Qinger answered the call. Her wild instincts awakened, transforming her into a powerful beastkin warrior with razor-sharp claws. From the shadows, a giant warrior rose, gripping a warhammer tightly. The Boar King let out an earth-shattering roar, charging straight towards its new enemy. The Shadow Warrior swung its colossal energy hammer, delivering a thunderous blow to the monster's head. A terrifying impact shook the ground. Blue energy erupted, engulfing the Boar King in destructive light. An Hingdao was stunned. He not only succeeded, but also surpassed all expectations. What? He learned that method on his own, and even enhanced the shadow weapons. Seizing the opportunity, another Shadow Warrior with a razor-sharp blade plunged straight into the mouth of the beast, which was screaming in pain. For the first time, the elite Boar King tasted defeat. Its seemingly impenetrable defenses had been breached.